Mic's live. Desktop audio is live. Everybody should be able to hear me and the guys. All right. Who's all out there tonight? There's a few people tuned in. Oh, we're in an ad break. Right. Fuck. Hold on. We'll wait. That's what I want. So if we get... Okay, let's do this.
Zeal dropped.
Oh. From like the call or just the match? Oh, everything.
Call. Well,
Okay, well, we'll wait.
man, you're just unlucky. Never rolling a 20.
I know.
Hold on, ready?
Don't do it.
Oh, I got a 4. Damn. Alrighty, so... I don't even think you can get a 20, honestly.
No, I don't think you can.
I do like that it just gets the text message. All right, guys. So we're gonna get started once Zeal gets back in here. But chat, how's it going? Who's out there tonight? I see I got a few people tuned in. I'm gonna call some people out in chat. Who's here? Oh, now Nevermore's here. Through's here. Good to see you guys. Subzor as always.
Zeal's back.
Zeal's back.
Ping's 120 though.
That's within the margin of error. It's better than the in the billions, like I think we had before. Zeal, are you back on the voice chat with us?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. So let's get started. We got everybody here. Cactus is busy helping people move today, so he will not be joining us, but he may tune in. He indicated that he'll try and tune in to keep up with the story, so he's ready for the next time. But as of right now, you guys are just going to be moving as a trio, and I can't remember if Cactus changed this guy's name to Riz or back to Riz. I think he did. So Riz and Zygar will kind of take a little bit of a backseat to your adventuring today. If there is combat and they're present, they will participate. But as far as adventuring and communicating with NPCs, they'll take a bit of a backseat. So last time, you guys ran across a group of collared adventurers. One of the adventurers was able to be rid of their collar by way of the intervention of the Bojanik, who I can't remember who it was that passed the insight check, but one of you guys figured that even the Bojanik itself wasn't sure. Yeah, it was okay. It was Rukli. The Bojanik itself just kind of wanted to fuck around and see what would happen. There was no intention of that working. And it did kind of perpetually put the druid into a state of being unconscious and then healing it and being alive again and going back to unconscious. So it kind of was just bored and playing with its food with both acid and healing. So you guys were, not too sure if that was intentional, but it was something that you were able to observe. Going forward from that, you guys would have come back to your camp. You would have had a long rest finish your long rest to set off on your journey today. And you guys were, I'm just going to zoom in the map here a little bit. So you guys were just outside of Milton, heading towards kind of this hexagon right here. So you guys would have been camping somewhere along where this kind of line is here. to head toward into the swamps, which is on this tile. So as you guys are traveling, as you're going deeper into the swamps and into the forest, like the terrain's getting a little bit tougher, but there is a bit of a path and a bit of a road that you're able to follow. And as you guys are traveling through, you're noticing that you're hearing like some of the standard things you'd hear in nature, like birds chirping, the rustling of bushes, etc., etc. Could you guys all give me perception checks?
Ah,
We need dice.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
he
22.
didn't do the thing.
I'm doing the thing. I'm promoting you all so you can do your things. Go nuts.
I see how it is.
He doesn't trust us.
No, I trust you guys implicitly.
Nah.
I'm waiting for that table to fucking flip now.
I don't want it to flip. That's lame. And flipping tables is childish.
I tend to
Here,
agree.
22.
20.
Before I do
Jesus, that
anything.
fucking voice changer again.
Alright. I will keep those in mind.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, now I actually roll.
15.
15?
Yeah, 15.
What was I rolling again?
Perception.
Oh. Then,
Actually worse than my passive. So
Oof.
23.
Damn. So 23 and 22 from Shade and Zealnock. And would you get strong? Like 15?
15.
15? Okay, respectable rolls. So as you guys are walking through the forest, you kind of, like I said, you're hearing the sounds of like what you would normally hear in nature, like birds chirping, etc., etc. Zeal and Shade, you guys, as you're kind of like walking and looking around and listening, both of you think that off in the far distance you hear like the clang of metal on metal, and then it's kind of quiet again. And then you hear it again, but it's fairly far away, and it's off the path into the forest. What would you like to do?
What is do really?
Don't everybody spark up
We
at
should
once.
probably approach.
I was muted.
Oh.
We
Okay.
can sneak up, I guess.
Shade, what were you trying to say?
I was just like, we're hearing clinking metal, correct?
You're
As
hearing
we're
like
walking down the trail.
it's fairly far off, but like you guys are all fairly seasoned adventurers at this point. You've all heard the sound of like swords clashing or swords hitting armor or some kind of weapon hitting armor. It sounds like there's a battle going on.
So it's a battle going on, not a bunch of people walking in armor.
No, it sounds like
Like-
combat. The sounds of combat coming from within the forest. Like I said, a fair distance in. Like, you can't see anything if you look that direction, like through the trees or anything, but you can hear it in the distance.
So we can just be like, nope, and walk away and build a boat
That is a thing
in
you
the
could
woods
do.
for this entire episode.
That is a thing that you could do. Is
Build
that
a
the
log
purpose
cabin,
of...
live our Minecraft dreams.
Do you guys recall the reason that you came to the woods in the first place? Or to the swamp,
I
I
think
guess?
we had a. I don't know, man. I just work here.
So, as a quick reminder of your main mission, you guys were sent here, or dispatched here by Fraldari and the Rebellion to seek Eldria Eldoria, who is one of the eccentric she's a mage in service to the kingdom, and she's rather eccentric. Her family has kind of been a long line of mages that have served the royal family. She's the latest. She, unlike her predecessors, kind of spends more time in her observatory on the outskirts of Ghostford rather than in the capital. She's more of a recluse and an eccentric, and like I said before, an eccentric. Eccentric, my bad. And these are the things that Fraldari and Kaelin would have explained to you. But you also knew that before they had left, Kaelin had heard that her father had dispatched some troops to the Eldoria Observatory for what they didn't know the reason, but they had dispatched a contingent of troops to go there. And you figure at this point you might be arriving either right behind them or shortly after they would have got there, given the timeline of when you left.
I see. So there's a fight.
You do hear
You
this.
people.
You are also,
wanna
hold on,
go
Shade, hold on. You are robot-y.
Why am I robot-y?
There's nothing but static coming through your mic right now. I don't know why.
Is it better now?
No. That is your voice changer going on.
Is it better now?
No,
No.
they're back to just being static. Your voice was static.
I really love that for me.
That's...
I'm having a great time.
No, it's still horrible.
You should just turn it off completely.
I don't know what's going on with your voice, but we can't understand a thing you're saying.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Can you just can you choose like a voice changer option that's just like normal default voice? Like
This is normal default voice.
That's
no,
there's-
like a voice changer option. Like pick one that
This
like
is
makes
called
your...
it's called clean mic. It's literally called clean
this
mic.
is not clean
I don't
mic.
care what it says.
This
Take,
is-
choose deep voice or something. Like
Yeah, try
like
something
deeper
else
voice or
just
something.
try something else just for a second. I don't know if it's your voice changer bot or your headset.
not that one.
Nope, it's still fuzzy as hell. Jesus Christ.
Guys, what's going on?
Okay, that works.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
That's at least it's better. At least we can hear the voice. We can't hear. This sounds nothing like you, but that's fine.
It's fine. We're moving on. It's okay.
Jesus
Not
Christ.
that one.
Not that one. Okay.
You're so
Try
picky.
I'm gonna
that
fuck-
one works, but have you tried just turning off the software?
Yes. Can we turn off the software for today? Because it is clearly not working. There's no matter when you speak in what
it's a
voice,
good voice changer. The problem is that there's just some issue right now.
there is a glitch going on where you are nothing but fuzzy.
Honestly, it's crazy how like much or like how much voice changers have improved just from like listening to that.
Honestly, yeah, there are some good ones out there.
I remember voice changers just like, you know, being very obvious that it's a voice changer and like not really able to change your voice other than like making you sound like Darth Vader or something, but like
Yeah.
you can actually change your voice.
Turn it off.
Did you turn it off?
Hold on.
You're just quiet now.
Yeah, speak.
This is me. This is me without the voice changer.
That's
I have
perfect.
it, so
It's
can't
working.
read my game.
You need to just turn your mic up.
Just yeah.
I can't. This is max.
Oh well, that's
Max it
fine.
more.
That's fine. I can just turn you up.
I
I can
can't
just
max it more.
I can just turn my headset up a little bit, so
Which
you're
is
fine.
why I had voice mod increasing my game.
You're fine. That's
Wait.
a good.
Wait, have you tried looking down in just like Windows settings to
Yeah, it's
amplify your
Mac.
mic?
It's all good. This is a good a good level
We
for
had
you.
this argument before when we were trying to play Power World the first time. It's like when I don't have voice mod on, it's either really loud for some people or really quiet for some people. But if I have
Alright,
voice mod on, it's fine for
I can
everybody.
just like set it to 200 for you, and you're a little bit more like normal. Anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Okay. So what's the verdict here? You guys do hear the sounds of combat, kind of a bit into the distance.
I will call for Rookley to go scout ahead, but I'll start approaching it.
Yeah, I'll just go invisible and run at them.
So you want to scout ahead, Rookley?
Yeah, I'll use my shadow step, go invisible.
I'm not trying, it's still gonna be a stealth roll, but like I'm not trying to like walk like silently. I'm just trying to like avoid line of sight, essentially.
Okay,
Like,
so
where
like
I
you're
can.
you're not concerned about like stepping on a twig and like watching your footing. You're concerned
Yeah.
about like trying to just stay out of line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Rookley, if you're gonna go on ahead, I'll need well, you went invisible, but I'll still take a stealth check just to see if you're able to move silently.
Of course you will.
And Zeal, how do you want to approach this?
Fireball.
What? Why would I fireball? You were silly.
17.
Okay. And for Zeal, so how would Wallace approach this situation?
Um. Uh. Ouch. I don't know. I guess pretty nonchalantly. He's usually pretty slow anyway. So
Okay, so probably just following behind Elijah then.
sure.
Okay. All right. So Shade, as you're going through, can you give me what's your passive perception? Actually, what's Rookley's passive perception?
16.
16. Okay, easy enough. So as you're kind of sneaking up and towards the area that you can hear the sounds of metal on metal and clashing, getting louder and louder. As you do get closer, where you feel like it's probably just in the next clearing, you're about to step around a tree and you notice down towards your right, there's a body. It looks like a knight.
Body.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what the body looks like first. It looks like a knight. They're face down. It looks like the front of their you can kind of see this, like their head is tilted to the side on the ground, but the front of their helmet where their face would be, there is just a pretty significant concave kind of piercing to it. So you can't really see what this guy's face, like his face is like just basically concaved in because
What his face used to look like.
well, you can't see what his face even used to look like.
It's fine. It's
but
gone.
but it is the whole front of his helmet has just been concaved in by something that is pointed, hitting it very, very hard.
So it looks like a cone going inward.
Yep.
A big warhammer conked him in the face.
Give me a quick history check. Just Rookley.
4.
4. Yeah, you have no idea what kind of weapon would make this hit. But you said you wanted to kind of quickly loot him while you're invisible?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you give me a quick survival check.
Damn it. 18.
18. Okay. So as you're going down to loot the body, you do notice, like, this looks like a fairly fresh, like, kill. Like, the ground up is turned up. It's still very soft. like this guy probably just died, like within the last like maybe 10 minutes. But there is a strong smell of death on this guy's body. Like you get close and your nose just like kind of goes sour with the smell.
He is a dead man.
But typically from a fresh kill, you know, as a hunter and kind of woodsman survivor type, you would not have that strong of a smell.
He could be a grave robber. We don't know.
Give me an investigation check if you're gonna loot him.
18.
18. Okay, so you kind of rifle through his pockets. You do kind of look at the armor that he's got on. You notice there are actual kind of several of these concave dents in it as you're looking at it. And on its chest, the armor's chest, you can see that there is an emblem of the Royal Guard, which you've seen before with your affiliations with Kalen and the
ones that were
wardens.
corrupted.
Yes, and you fought people wearing this same armor on your escape from the capital.
Noted. Do I see the conflict, the fight that's going on?
You can still hear it. It's very close now, but it's still, probably through some trees away, so you can't quite see it. But you can hear it. It's very, very close.
Okay.
Did we have like little communication beads?
You guys do. I believe
Okay.
you have earrings that you can tug on and kind of use like walkie-talkies.
Okay, I'll use that, which I forgot we had, and tell them that there's royal guards here. We found one that's dead. I'm gonna move up to the combat.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. I'm going to take an initiative roll from you guys just as we go into this. Just so we can act, because you guys are going to be kind of entering combat stealthily, but we're still going to be entering it. So I just want to
10.
be 10.
Yeah.
Okay, so 10.
Rolled well.
So Elijah is a 10.
All right.
I got a 13.
For this fight, Zygar and Riz will stay with the horses at the road. Sorry, what'd you get, Shade?
13.
13, okay.
So I'm on this dude's body or the other dude?
Yeah, basically this one here. I just want to, yeah. Okay, so 13 for Rukli. Okay, Elijah got 10. Wallace, what'd you get?
It looks like 23.
Nice. Okay, and then... And then I need another one. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, you... Okay. Alright, so Wallace, you're up first. You and Elijah would have been kind of right behind you guys, so you'd probably be starting in a position similarly to this.
Yes. I say as I don't really know how I should proceed with our
All you
order
really
law.
all you really have knowledge of is that Rickley has called out that there are royal guards, at least the bodies of some here.
Oh, I see. What a shame.
But that's kind of all you have to go on right now.
Okay. There are dead bodies.
Yeah. So do you want to just hold position, or how do you want to throw this?
Well, assumedly, they, what's the word? I'm very good at speak.
That's okay. Take your time, no rush.
I mean, like, there's not really a point in me, uh, looking it over
Okay.
because, assumedly, that information had already been conveyed in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
So,
About
yeah,
what? Like the bodies?
yes,
That's been conveyed to you.
yeah,
We have
then,
walkie-talkies.
sure, we have walkie-talkies.
I'm gonna call them instead of earrings of messaging. Let's just call them earrings of walkie-talkie.
Sure.
Okay. So then, in that case, would Wallace be holding position, or
Yeah, I guess so, because there's not really...
I would
lot?
like to call them ear ringers.
Okay.
I think Wallace, for the sake of the positioning, should probably be like behind that tree, maybe.
Why would he be behind a tree?
Cover, and also you get more vision from moving up rather than just staying here. Plus, you'll probably be closer to the battle,
What
so you
battle?
don't have to move. Well, I
Why
mean,
should we assume there's a battle?
The sounds of combat are coming from around this location.
there happen to be 2 dead dudes here.
Why should we assume that there's battle that is against us?
I think you should just hold your turn and let me do my turn, and then take your turn.
So, the thing that I literally just said.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Clico.
What did
Yeah.
I get from the body when I looted it? Was I
Um.
done my movement, or am I just here?
So I'll finish that up. So from the body, you would get like probably a pouch with a few silver coins. So like let's say 6. Um. He's got a. Let me see. What has he got? There is a smashed light crossbow.
I smashed one.
Yeah. So it could maybe be repaired, but it is smashed. And he has a.
Ah,
Strangely enough, this knight does not appear to have a sword.
so all I have is
I
the
thought he had a
knowledge that he's
halberd.
missing a sword.
Yeah.
I was under the impression he had a halberd too.
He does not have a halberd. When did I ever say he had a halberd?
Did say halberd.
You said halberd.
Yeah, no, I don't believe I did.
We both remember it.
I think you're both fucking liars that want halberds.
Someone snip it. Kill
Okay.
the VOD.
All right. So you do hear the sounds of more combat up above and shouting. You hear somebody shouting in common. Quick, surround him! Don't let him escape. And that's it. So Rukli, you're up for your full turn now.
All right.
Oh boy, here we go killing again.
Would you prefer not to kill things?
Oh, I mean, I didn't necessarily say that. It's more of the I expect a result
Okay.
due to pattern recognition.
Okay.
Kinda
So
stealthily in the
Then
edge
we could
of the
use
bushes,
more
looking
people.
at this fight.
So you are moving up, and as you move up, you do see what looks to be a person who is in the. Well, it's basically a rabbit person.
We're totally saving Monty.
Rukli, give me a quick history check as you kind of come into view of this conflict.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. You, being a furbolg, would be slightly more like, well, you're not from the Isle of Animalkin because you are kind of like a humanoid. You are more familiar and you've met a few more Animalkin folks. You would recognize this individual as a Herringon. Typically, they're very uncommon on the main continent. They come from the Isle of Animalkin. And it appears that they are facing down several royal guards, and you can see that they are armed with a war pick, and they are kind of just as you come into view. This Herringon is stepping up from the corpse of a knight and basically picking its pick out of its skull, and just kind of motioning to the rest of them to see kind of who's next. You get the
I've already
feeling.
renamed them. It's fine. I have my sling out and I shoot my magic rock at the knight.
Okay, so you're breaking
Right
your
at the face.
invisibility.
Full on, shoot the knight that's attacking him.
Okay.
No fucks given.
Okay, so you break your invisibility, take your shot.
25 to hit.
25 to hit. 25 will hit. Roll damage.
8 damage.
Okay. 8 damage. So, on this guy.
I'm just gonna yell out to the rabbit. I got you, Thumper.
Hello there.
How does Thumper respond, Swirl? Or rather, Monty.
Evening, gentlemen. Mind helping out?
Just wait to
Yes.
jump in on that, eh, Thumper?
Jesus. Is it all just? Is it just gonna be puns? Is that what we're doing?
You have a giant hammer or a pickaxe, and you're
Hopping
a
about.
rabbit. Yeah, you're a Thumper.
Okay.
It's a war pick. She picked it out special. Surprise.
It's a war carrot.
It's a war carrot.
please.
Can we paint it
There are
orange?
no carrots on my person. Thank you very
No,
much.
can that be orange? This was done in Hero Forge.
You are correct. It was.
Missed opportunity to make that pighead orange.
What do you? Why? Oh.
Just
It's
to
a
be
war carrot.
a war
It's
carrot
not a
would have
war
been
carrot.
hilarious, but yeah. All right. So with that, Rukli, your turn has come to an end. Elijah, you're up. Rukli, do you want to use a free action to tell your comrades what's going on or what you've seen?
No, I'm gonna come right back. Yo, guys, come look at this rabbit. I'm gonna run back again.
Don't waste your movement.
God.
Uh,
All right, Elijah,
okay.
you're up.
spells do I have? Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
If it's any consolation, I'm glad we didn't live our Minecraft journey building a cabin in the woods. Really tempted.
6.
And at this point,
30.
I'm going to just make toggles, reveal fog of war. You can see that there are 5 royal knights.
We can't see the other 3.
Oh. How about now?
Yep.
Okay.
Skill issue.
I mean, I can see 4.
Can't see 5?
I can only see 4. I can see here, here,
You were
here,
the
and
one
here.
that. You.
Okay, hold on.
The one
Here.
that
Let's
opened
see.
the
I
window.
thought,
Shush! You shush!
I thought for a moment you were
It's a
making a
limitation
joke.
of the engine.
How far away are we from the tower?
You're not necessarily sure, but you figure you're probably pretty close. Like, it should be kind of, I'd say, like, within 5 miles from where you're at.
Um. Does the rabbit look injured?
It looks like the rabbit has been fighting for some time. However, given there are 4 bodies and still 5 knights fighting them, it looks like the herring gun has been quite successful in holding his own.
I would just like to state that they are very much in fireball formation.
We don't have fireball. We're not level 5.
Oh, don't worry. Once you have fireball formation, I will be very aware of what's in fireball formation.
They are in ball bearing.
You don't have to. You don't have to worry about it, honestly.
Yeah,
We're
no.
gonna take fireball.
Oh, we'll see what happens. All right, Elijah. So what
alright,
else can you do? The rabbit looks maybe like slightly injured, so I'd say swirl for now. You've been in combat. I'd say lose like maybe 7 health. Just
Yeah, sure.
You're slightly damaged.
I will use my standard action to. Wait, I should actually measure that out. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can move up there. To move another 30, and then use my bonus to summon spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Monty, you would recognize some of the stuff that he's doing as being fairly clerical. Elijah, as you get closer to Monty, you would notice that upon Monty's shield there appears to be a holy symbol of some kind, though the symbolism is not of a deity that you are... Well, actually, give me a quick history check. Let's see. Maybe a religion check, actually.
Please tell me it's just the Energizer Bunny logo.
No, it's the Easter Bunny.
It's the Playboy Bunny.
18.
18. The red sphere on the shield, you seem to recall that symbolism seems to have something to do with your silver flame, right? That's your god?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would actually recall seeing a similar red sphere on Fraldari's robes. Like on the back of his robes. And you would also kind of recognize that this is perhaps a paladin. Somebody who's more of a holy warrior, similar to yourself.
I'll just kind of like offhand just say like Sardior.
Yeah. That
Okay, well
Yeah.
then.
somebody
confirms it
recognizes.
anyways.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Where are you dropping
right.
your spiritual weapon?
Back line.
Back line? Okay, here, let me load one up here.
A giant cross.
Yeah, this is your spiritual weapon.
Honestly, why not just why not just have it be a giant cross? It's a halberd, but like
I can't believe you haven't loaded in a proper holy weapon.
I can't.
Model.
There's not really just a lot of like loose weapons. Like, most of them are in the hands of people in tabletop, unfortunately.
I might have one. I don't think so.
What color?
I mean,
do you
I've
want it
got
to be?
weapons,
Like,
but
no.
blue.
not on my
I mean,
tabletop sheet.
spiritual weapon.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And
Gotta try and attack. What is my spellcasting modifier? Okay, so that is 22.
22. That will hit.
Okay, now I need to pull out a d8.
A D8. That's crazy.
Not great damage, but we got. What is it? Casting ability. So 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Yeah, your weapon swings back around at the knight who appears to be in charge. He seems to have a bit of a more commanding presence than the other 4. And you do hit him. All right. Is that it for Elijah?
It would be.
All right. Monty.
I just realized I could have sneak attacked on that.
Hi.
If you want, I'll let you have it, like, because he wouldn't have seen it coming anyway, and you did.
That's an extra 1d6.
Yeah, just roll it and I'll add it. It's fine.
All right.
6.
Okay. All right, Swirl. Let's
right.
see what Monty can
Extra
do.
1 damage.
Nice.
Yeah. Could I smite this fool?
Absolutely.
Could I hit him? Could I hit him and smite him?
Yeah, walk right up and
Give him the
smite
give him
that
the give him the
motherfucker.
smackaroony. Give him the smackaroony. Hold on. I need to put. You're rolling the dice on the table, right? Yeah.
Yeah, either or. Yeah, you can roll in-person dice or table dice. Here, be promoted. Have the permissions to summon dice.
Lovely. Okay, I'll just.
In the dice round.
Yeah, I'll grab this, I guess. All right.
I
So
believe Monty refers to Elijah as Doc.
Oof.
it's a 3. Ooh, not hitting too great.
Not quite yet. So what's that with your modifier?
Yeah. My to hit is I got a +4 for strength.
Okay, so yeah, that's not gonna hit. That's gonna clang off the breastplate of this guard.
Wait, doesn't it? I mean, it's still not gonna hit, but like, it's still. Don't you get the +2 for proficiency? So it'd be overall like 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
still not gonna hit.
Yeah.
But with paladins, you don't have to call it if you're using your smite right away. So you can call that. You can apply that after you hit in 5e. So you don't have to call it out first. So I'll let you save your spell slot.
I do know that.
Yeah. So even though you said
Well,
I'm gonna walk up and smite this guy, I'm not gonna have you burn it.
I know. I'm a little excited tonight.
It's all good. Okay. Is there anything else from Monty? I guess you've got a bonus action left.
I do. I don't think there's much I'd be able to make use of it with.
Okay. All right.
So,
we'll back up
next
to the
turn.
top of the turn order with Wallace.
Alright.
Oh wait, actually, he didn't take his turn. He should have gotten that at some point before the round went over.
No, he had his turn. He just wanted to stay back.
I thought he held. I don't know.
Technically did, but it's fine.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you'd rather catch up 5 spaces so you don't have to move that this time, you can. I know your movement is limited. If your held action would have been just moving up with strong, that can work. Like, you can just be here to start your turn. I'm okay with that.
Right.
It's a good idea. I don't think that, like, spells do have a pretty big range, but no
Yeah.
point in.
So I'll let you move from this position then and do your turn from here. This turn.
Mm-hmm.
Need to be more outspoken, Wallace. Why aren't you more present?
It's all good. That's why we'll pick.
What?
We'll...
The few you are you talking about?
spent less time pondering your orb and more time walking, maybe you'd be faster.
That's not how
Jesus.
legs work.
Jesus. Elijah spit some fire today, I guess.
You put that damn cell phone down.
I don't know what any of you are talking about.
It is basically a cell phone. We have the war pick, we have our like earbead walkie-talkies, and we have the cell phone that the divination wizard is using.
I guess I could just. How far is that guy?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50 feet away.
Wow, 50 feet. Wow.
Wow.
No,
Good
but
job.
okay. Oh fuck it. We do lols. Instantaneous. Or I say instantaneous. Don't worry about it. Just
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember what the roll for this was.
Okay.
Oh right, I don't roll on that. You roll on that.
Okay. So what do I roll for him?
You roll on a save DC of 14 for wisdom.
14 for wisdom. He fails.
Alright.
What's he getting hit
Everyone knows the spell, am I right?
with? No.
Oh. That was Mind Spike, because why not?
Ooh, okay. Psychic damage then.
Yep, 3d8. Pretty average number overall.
Okay. What'd you get?
I can math. It's 17.
17? That's pretty solid. Alright, yeah, so you mind spike him and normally, so you do notice that normally when you hit a creature with mind spike, they react to it fairly like aggressively, like it's jarring.
Oh.
This guy, while it does affect him, you do notice that he's not like reeling in pain like a typical creature would after being hit by it. He's still kind of maintaining his composure.
I don't know what's going on here.
Anything else from Wallace?
Well, you know, I already moved and... Oh wait, did I even move? No, I didn't need to move. Yeah, I'm probably fine where I am.
Okay.
Back in the 40s.
Alright, so it is the baddies' turns. Okay, so...
It's a shame I do not have that ability. Oh wait, I actually think I do, but I'm not going to use it here.
How long have I had my mic muted for?
Uh-oh.
A while.
Since you last talked.
A little while.
Oh God.
Since you basically made your attack.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay, so let's go move up here. And he's gonna move in here.
Thank you though. I did forget the proficiency mod goes on top.
Okay. All right, we got some attacks coming through. These are all melee attacks. Okay. Strong, you have 3 going at you. The first one's a 15.
Nope.
Ooh, second one's a 14, so that's a nope. The last one is a 24.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's gonna hit. Okay, 24 with the X. Okay, so you take 7 points of slashing damage as the one kind of comes down with its battle axe at you.
Okay.
2 attacks going at Monty. The first is a 24 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, so this is the one with the long sword, not the great sword, the long sword.
Okay.
This is 4 points of slashing.
Okay.
And then the big guy with the long sword. Oh my god, I crit.
Oh, I see.
Oof. Sorry, Swirl, welcome to the game. I hope you had a second character prepared.
I forgot I was supposed to do that.
That's fine. Oh my god, I rolled 1 less than max damage too? Son of a bitch. Okay.
Just say the number. Just kill me.
That's 18 points of slashing damage as this greatsword comes down on
okay,
you.
yeah, I know that's pretty bad.
Oof.
Time for no
18?
zombie.
18.
18. Okay. So things are not great.
Monty's so strong. That question you asked earlier of how Monty's looking, now Monty's looking fucking horrible. Okay, and that's it for them. Rookly, you're up, buddy.
Get me out of here, Mom. I'm scared.
Okay. I
Yeah,
don't
can you take
really
care of that
know.
one?
I
That-
could take care of one of them, or I could. There was space I could get between somebody, but I can't really get between.
Yeah, no, please do. Honestly, I don't know. We're kind of overwhelmed here.
Well, there's a commander there. Is that
The commander's the one that crit too, unfortunately.
That'll do it.
all right? Because fuck, do I have any? I don't have any AOE. 0 AOE. I'm gonna mold Earth, but that
Most spells don't get AoE until at least like 3rd level of spells.
Oh,
So,
actually,
level
I
5.
do have AoE.
I should say there's not usually damage AoE.
Is there any way I can thunder wave all these people away?
Thunderwave?
Not without killing us.
I was gonna say you probably can hit a couple of them, but like even if you stood here and looked this way, you'd still hit Monty and Elijah.
Are we sure about that?
It goes
I'd
in a
have to stand here
and then you could hit like 2 of
and
them
then
going that way.
shoot this way.
Or what? It goes in a cone, doesn't it?
It goes in a square,
There's
so
a square in front of me.
so technically, I'm trying to think of like what's. Okay, I can't draw a square effectively. I'm just gonna draw a freehand here. So basically, if he stood like here, I think it's, what is it, a 20-foot cone or is it a 15-foot cone?
15-foot cone.
Okay, so if he stood like here and aimed it this way, it would go like from half to half and go like this direction. So it'd be like that. And that'd be the only way he hit like maximum efficiency, is if he was over there. If he was like here, let's say, I'm just gonna erase this stuff real quick. If he was here, the box centered on him would actually be like this. And it would still hit Monty. But it goes in a box in front of where your character is standing.
Okay, can you even make that distance? Oh wait, yeah, you can. You can move that.
He just might take an opportunity attack in the moving. Although I guess technically you are. Wait, are you rogue druid?
I'm rogue
Yeah.
druid.
Yes.
Not high enough rogue to use the special
Dash.
action.
Oh,
Dash.
the bonus
Only
action
one.
stuff. Yeah.
That tragic moment when rogue druid and not druid rogue.
Yeah.
Yes.
To answer your question to Bobo, because there's an
could
update, we're gonna have to wait until I edit the
self-attack one of these
server.
guys,
So the
probably.
server will be down for a little bit
But
until I can get in there and
I
edit
think
it.
a Thunderwave is still the best bet.
You
Okay.
should definitely Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Even
So
if
I'm
you
gonna
take an
go-
attack.
I got 30 Speed. Thunderwave is an action. Can't use it as a bonus action. Can I? Yeah. It might be faster to go here. 820.
Yeah. Do you want to be where that guy is? I'll just move him.
I love that. I love that they just
I
they
could
just
do that, I think.
smush them.
Okay.
But that's pushing them towards Monty.
That
I mean,
is
no,
true.
as long as you can get your square.
Yeah. you
This
just-
square is easier to get to than going through this bush and then taking an opportunity attack and then going here.
It's a tree, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you wanted to be on that space centered there,
I'd risk an opportunity attack here, period.
You'd have to go through 2 squares.
I think you'd have to risk an opportunity attack either way. So,
No, I wouldn't over here.
Good.
Because I was here before. 5,
right.
10,
But so the space I marked
20,
before
25.
was this one. So on the flip side of that one over here, it's this one. So the reason that it's that one is just to maximize your distance and not hit your allies, which I thought was the purpose. So basically it would be like a square like this. And that would perfectly not hit your allies and hit 4 of them.
Alright, that's a good idea.
But it would incur an opportunity attack to get there.
No, he went this way, basically.
Oh, okay. Straight across and then up. Yeah, no, that would work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can get there.
Yeah,
So-
I can't risk the opportunity attack stunning me, so I have to do this side.
Okay. So what save do I need for those 4?
So, let's seconds. Spells. Thunderwave.
Is it a con
I
save?
get a con save of 14.
Okay. Con. First one failed, so the closest one to you failed. The second closest one failed. The third one passed. And the commander also passed.
So
Cool.
these 2 guys are hitting
Could I
these 2 guys.
reasonably, could Elijah reasonably assume, what these things are?
Give me a... I'll wait till Ruku's turn over and I'll let you give me a battlefield perception check. So this one will go... They push 10 feet, right? Shade? Off Thunderwave?
Sorry, I gotta read the description. 15-foot cube originating. Must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Okay, so
On a
this one will just
successful
go...
Save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed.
Okay, so this one's just gonna kind of go right past that guy. This one...
12 damage. So 6 for the 2 that I hit that saved.
Yeah, and then this one, I'm trying to figure out where he's gonna go to.
Oh, they get pushed too.
Yeah, technically, I'm just gonna have him go. Kind of.
They're all gonna hit each other.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because there's not really collision rules and.
Should just have them shift each other.
I guess everybody shifts one. That'd work. So instead of shifting them 2 spaces, everybody's just gonna shift 1 and get pushed into each other.
Okay.
Somehow that did not make this better.
Okay, but then these 2, the 2 closest took 12, right?
Can the 2 closest at least be prone?
I think, isn't that part of Thunderwave? Doesn't it knock them prone? Read Thunderwave for me again. I thought it did, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Doesn't say that.
Okay, then they're not prone. Okay. Elijah. Unless Riku's got anything else.
Did you make everyone take the 12 damage?
Yes, I did. The first 2 took 12. The other 2 that saved took 6.
And the commander was still alive, taking 6 damage. I thought he already hit.
Yes. He's taken 6, 17, and 6, and he's still standing. And he doesn't look from his armor's pretty scratched up and dented. He himself doesn't look like he's stopping anytime soon. Elijah, you wanted to do kind of like a battlefield perception.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me... So this will be a bonus action. Perception check. And I'll say you can give it to me.
Wait. Bonus action?
Yes. Because you're doing it in the midst of combat. So you're trying to focus on something in the midst of combat. So the way that I do battlefield perceptions is you can either use your action or your bonus action.
Can I choose not to do that instead?
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like our friend here is gonna die if I don't use that action to do something.
Well, hold on. Can I bonus action healing word?
Yeah, if you haven't used your bonus action and you want to.
I have a means of escape if I absolutely need it.
Okay.
But
I can continue doing that then.
I am just going. My plan would just be to book it and heal myself because Elijah, I don't think should just take those hits still. Like I can't stay here. But if I leave, Elijah's not going to be doing good.
I'll have do that, but I will use my action to do Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
So that's a D6 plus 3 to temp HP.
Okay, at the end of everybody's turns, right? It's at the end of each character's turn that they get that, or you get to roll if they get that. It's at the end or beginning. I know they roll, or you roll for it on each of their turns. I've played my fair few Twilight Sanctuary, Twilight Clerics.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, it doesn't start as it is end turn. So
okay, so end of each of their allies' turn, they get temp HP. Still great, still a wonderful skill.
My healing word's gonna go off. Monty's gonna heal 5 HP.
Okay, Monty heals 5.
Lovely, thank you.
All right, Elijah, carrying on with you. So you've got your Twilight Sanctuary goes up.
Okay, and that check, it's an insight, so that's a 23.
Okay. As you're looking at these creatures, and that's what you kind of make the determination that these are not men. They may wear armor, but as you've been kind of engrossed in melee combat with them, you've smelt this smell before, as a holy man and a man of the church, and you've vanquished your fair few creatures similar to these. You have a distinct smell of the undeath.
Well, they are undead in armor. I see. Okay.
No one will ever know my rage and disappointment.
We know.
I must know later, but I'm
Um,
sure there's
Oh no,
something to
that's
it.
a character thing. This is a me thing.
Well,
and here I'll give you guys kind of a quick visual on my other my downward facing camera. I think I can kind of get the picture in here. Oh, I can't really. It's too zoomed in there. I'll take my main camera then. Give me a second here. Whoops. There we go. I'm just gonna bring this down to my book. So basically, this is what they are looking like. If you guys can see this picture here, they are.
I took 7 damage.
They are full clad in armor.
I'm gonna pretend I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me also.
But that's just the visual. So.
I didn't even see it. Fuck.
But if you weren't in close proximity to it strong, these things could very easily pass for human.
See.
Especially when they have their helmets down. Is there anything else for you? You've used your action and your bonus action.
I'll be at 21 HP. No, that is all, really.
Okay. Monty. Back to you, my friend.
Oh god. All right.
Fine. Pop it off.
Hop it on.
Well, you say that.
Remember, at the end of your turn, you get 1d6.
As long
plus
as
3
you
temp.
end your turn within 30 feet of strong.
Okay. 1d6 plus 3. All right. Because if I leave, because I can put distance between myself and them, but if I put distance, then they're just gonna gang up on Elijah.
Just bonk him.
I don't have that much HP. Gonna be honest with you. Not after that. I'm gonna be real. Although I could maybe move to like here, but I don't know. Okay. I think
Keep in mind, we still have the guy with the cell phone behind us.
that's fair. That's fair. I think at least repositioning is a good idea. Because I don't want to... Well, it's these nights, not the command. Whatever. Sorry, I'm overthinking things. I'll bonk this knight here.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Yeah. It's and then it's the +6 for the that is I did not think about the proficiency one last time. So, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
so close. All right.
Does it 24 does not hit?
24 hits. No, it does hit. I would say you're very close to a crit.
Okay.
Yeah.
24.
Um,
Ooh, so close.
then-
24 doesn't hit.
Yeah. Rookley starts being scared.
I start sweating a little bit.
Scared Rookley noises.
Okay, so that's 1d8, right?
I believe your war pick is 1d8. I don't know.
It's 1d8. Okay. Cool.
Plus stuff. And are
Yeah.
you smiting?
I'll smite. I'll
Okay.
smite. So hold on. Yeah, 2d8. Okay. Hold on. I see.
So how much total?
Where's the other one? Where did the other one go? Was it in the...
Right here? Is the
Oh.
other d8?
Oh, I don't see the other. I only see this one.
Not this one?
No, that was the one for I used for the damage roll.
Oh. Okay. Is it this one?
Ah, okay, so it's
fell,
3
it
extra
fell into the
damage.
darkness.
So it's a total of 8.
Plus your-
That's a
plus
total
your-
of 8
plus your
with
strength.
the spite.
Plus your strength
yes.
modifier. What is that?
My strength modifier is +4.
Nice. So that's 12. In which case, as you kind of bring down your holy power and imbue it into your war pick, you do that much like the corpses they've come across. You slam this pick into this thing's skull, and you can just kind of hear it screech as it kind of. I guess when you smite the undead, they probably like fizzle and turn to dust. But that's how I'm gonna flavor this one. So you guys just see Monty kind of slam this pick into this thing's head, and with the holy energies that is imbued in it, it just kind of screeches and turns to dust with its armor kind of falling to the ground. And that one is dead.
Lovely. Can I also potion?
A yield thwunk.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Unless bonus action. Is it bonus action to apply your smite? Because it would be bonus action to drink a
Oh,
health
yeah.
potion. Okay,
I-
so then no.
Oh, I could use my bonus action to potion, right?
You
Or
can,
is that
but if you smited, then you cannot.
Okay.
Bonus
what's
action. Bonus action is fine to give yourself a health potion. To give it to somebody else as a full action.
I mean, I wasn't. No, I'm saying I was saying for me.
Yeah, but in this case, because you've already
Okay.
burned your bonus action, you cannot.
Got it.
All right.
What was the temp HP damage? Or not damage. What was the temp HP amount?
So
From the
Elijah rolls that for you, so he'll roll a d6 and then add his cleric level to it.
Okay.
And you have a +5. Other thing.
So Elijah, what do you get? What does Monty get for temp HP here? Unless Kestrel stepped away.
I guess roll.
Kestrel may have stepped away. I'll roll it for you. 5 plus 3, so 8 temp HP swirl.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. After Monty, we're up to Wallace.
I don't have much to contribute.
Okay. There are 4 remaining knights.
Hit him with
Doesn't-
an attack.
Yep. Alright. Clearly, the solution is I should just try to maximize my damage, am I right? On the commander.
Sure.
Alright. So, I'm gonna say this. What's up? Were you saying something?
I just said the closest you can get if you want to move up. Is up here.
I don't really want to move up, although I guess right now I'm kind of like one of the tankier members of the party.
How much health does this
Like-
Wallace have? Because I feel like I think we've talked about this before. You actually have a lot of health.
Wallace currently has 24.
Damn. Yeah, that's not
And
bad.
also-
for a wizard.
And also
Yeah.
usually opens into any fight with an AC of 17.
AC 17 wizard. Jesus.
Yep.
Imagine if I was Abjuration.
I love Abjuration Wizards. They're so much fun.
Right, so anyway. So I'm gonna ask for the commander to roll wisdom again, except I'm not, because he rolls a 5.
Oh, I was going to say, otherwise he rolled an 18 plus stuff. But so you're forcing him to roll a 5 with your divination trick, okay?
Yep.
All right. He gets a 5.
fucked.
You fucked. Is this Mind Spike again?
Big numbers, big numbers.
All right. Let's see it.
19.
19.
19. With that, you're able to put down the commander.
Hey.
So the commander grabs his head and fucking, yep, exactly that, Shade.
Can that just be how encounters are handled?
Down he goes.
Yeah. yeet.
You kill it, you get to flick it around.
You do
How would
know.
you like to do this?
You do notice that when when he goes down, the other 3 do kind of like take notice of it. They don't necessarily show fear, but you get the feeling that they were not expecting that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Is there anything else from Wallace?
I am quite impressive.
Good stuff.
No, but usually if it's something, just as a matter of fact, usually things like, how do I put it? Don't worry about it. I can't words right now anyway.
Okay. All right. This one moves down. This one's gonna move over, and this one moves down. All right. Strong. You're taking attack from 1. That's not gonna hit him. Plus, yeah, nope. I know a 13 misses Elijah. Elijah's kind of stacked in the armor department. All right, and Monty, you're taking 2 attacks.
I can't, so
The first one is a 19 to hit.
doesn't.
Doesn't hit. The second one is less than 19. You dodged both attacks. Rukali, you're up.
Good timing too. I just had to go deal with an issue in the hallway.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
Cats and dogs.
Yeah, they climbed into the gun cabinet. My gun's moved.
Jesus! Oh, God.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
I'm fine.
I am-
Thank you.
Going to. Can I stealth attack these guys because they're within 5 feet of you guys?
You do get sneak attack bonus on attacks with your allies within 5 feet, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna. Which guys should hit? Is there any that are damaged yet, or just?
They're all damaged. If you hover over them for a second, you should see the numbers I put on them.
Negative 12, 6, 6. I'm just gonna hit this one here. By Elijah.
Okay.
Closest one.
Roll to hit.
14.
14 misses.
Oof. Rip me.
Kind of just dings off their armor. You're throwing your sling at them?
Yeah, the magic rock.
Yeah. Nope. Kind of just dings off their armor.
Okie dokie. That's all I can do.
Any bonus action or anything?
Well, my bonus action is make more stones or heal people.
Okay.
Or go invisible. But I don't feel like either of those are applicable right now.
Alright.
I could go here and take some hits if that might be effective.
Alrighty. I'm moving into melee combat from Rukli.
Moving in.
Alright. Elijah, you're up. If you're back. Hearing deafening silence. Gonna guess he's not back. So we'll move to Monty and we'll let Strong have his turn when he gets back.
Okay. Question. Last time, why was it why did I not have a bonus action last time?
Because you used your bonus action to apply Smite.
It doesn't say on what I've been reading that
That's what I
smite
was-
is a bonus action.
Is it not?
I thought Smite was just an action.
No, what I was reading says it's like a
Player's handbook. Hold, please.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, I can't remember how paladins work, so maybe you're right.
I mean, it's not. I'm not great for this because I also don't know how paladins work.
Fighter alphabetically, where does paladin come in?
It's It's PHB page 82 for Smite rules.
82. There we go. Smite. Lay on hands. Divine Smite. Starting at second level, when you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, you can expend one spell slot
to deal radiant damage to the target.
No, it's just a spell slot. Okay. No, you're fine.
Oh, and it would have done a D8 more. I completely forgot about that.
You didn't need it.
Opens damage the action.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you still had your bonus action. Alright, yeah, go nuts.
Oh, okay.
Fuck me.
Sorry.
Wait, you would have got 3d8 on that?
Yeah, I would have had 3d8 because it
Plus
cause
your
they
weapons
were-
damage.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
Gross.
and my weapons damage is also a d8.
Yeah, pretty nuts.
Big bonks.
Big bonks.
Paladins be like that. The crit fish class.
the war carrot be like?
This is okay. This build is a specific concept.
Okay.
Okay.
I will pay for you to re-export your model with that pickaxe as a carrot.
I don't look, man. That wasn't. Nobody told me to do this like that.
Okay. So which one are you hitting, Swirl or?
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna hit this one.
Okay.
So that's
Roll a hit.
Sorry.
Okay. Oh my god.
E.
20.
A. So
You're gonna.
no, if I
Okay.
go on.
No, you go.
So the crit damage is it just max and then anything on top?
No, it's so the way we do it is you roll double the dice.
Okay.
So double your damage dice.
So
And
no one
then-
died.
No one.
No one died. And then it will have a. Okay, so 2d8. Okay. And then it also has a 7 flat piercing damage on top of that because of.
Yep. No, he's very dead.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're about to say. He's very dead.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, again, you just see Monty take this war pick and fucking slam it into the fucking skull of this guy, and he just fucking drops.
Yay! And I think I'll can I since I still have the bonus action, can I what do you Shade?
The
Something you want?
the click.
Is there
I was
something
just
you want
wondering
to tell
why there's
me?
a spiritual weapon just over there, never being moved or used.
Okay.
It's Strong's turn next here after Swirl finishes. We're just gonna let her finish.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll rewind.
I'll just. Yeah, I'll do my jump if that's all right.
Okay.
Which is like.
Does that also count as a disengage or not?
Yes, it is a disengage and for the sakes of for the purposes of attacks of opportunity.
So Swirl and I had to read up on the actual mechanics of this because Harangon Paladin is apparently disgusting. So you guys just see this rabbit in full fucking heavy armor, fucking springboard. How high can you jump again?
15 feet.
15 feet and away. And how far do you go?
I'm just gonna go. Can I just go like here?
Yep.
Put a little
Just right
distance between us?
over Elijah. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put some distance between us because
So-
I'm still not the best in terms of HP.
Yep. So that's what you see. You just see this full heavy armor rabbit paladin just fucking springboard itself. Fuck it. Do a flip, Swirl. Do it. Just roll me a dex save. Do a flip.
Fuck.
Nah, it's jumping. Rabbits can flip.
You want me to do a dex save?
For style points, do it.
19.
Nailed
Because
it.
I have a +1.
Does a fucking triple barrel roll backflip. Lands it. Easy.
Lovely.
Easy mid.
Yeah, that's the turn.
Alright, back to Elijah. Because he was away during his turn when it came up.
Did I die?
Nope, you didn't die.
How much dying damage did I take?
You took none.
Oh, I took no damage.
Nope, I rolled shit that turn.
What happened to the other, like, 4 people?
They've been dropping
They
like
no
flies.
longer exist.
Oh,
Monty slammed his pickaxe into 2 of them, and Wallace melted the brain of the 3rd.
alright, well, his spiritual weapon's actually gonna do something. I'll move up and then attack normal, and then attack, spiritual weapon.
Okay. Roll the hit.
Fine, 3.
That's a
Alright,
solid
18.
miss. 18 will hit, 3 will miss.
Okay. We'll have the spiritual weapon to go.
Okay.
Five plus 4, so 9.
9
More
from the
standard.
spiritual weapon. Okay.
Yep.
He's looking kind of beaten and battered. But he's still standing. Anything else from Elijah?
Nope.
Okay. Monty already went, so we're back to Wallace.
Just standing there, menacingly.
Yeah.
What about Wallace?
You're up. It's your go.
They're still not dead.
Your holy warriors have been trying.
Yeah.
It's a process, goddammit.
Monty did do a flip. It was cool.
Oh, it's
Monty
just
did do
more. It's just more of the. I don't know who. I don't really know who Monty is. They're.
I mean,
Their feats do not impress me.
I care not for your rabbit tricks. One might say tricks are for children. Anyway, was I the only
awful.
one? Was I the only one who?
Shenanigans
Was I
are
the?
for,
no,
yeah.
no, tricks are for kids is still a thing.
Was I the only one who grew up in the 90s?
No, tricks are for kids is absolutely still a thing.
Okay.
You just said it wrong.
So what are we doing, Zeal?
I guess I'm gonna shoot someone in the leg. I don't know which one's been hit
Tricks
more.
maybe.
Their
Kids, but it's
adventuring
like-
career.
Oh
What?
no, not the leg.
Not me.
The one that Swirl jumped away from has been hit more and looks like he's on his last legs.
Lovely.
As opposed to his first legs.
Okay.
Anyway, whatever. Classical Ray of
Only
Frost.
legs he's ever had, I sure hope.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
He's undead. You never know. Could be someone else's leg.
I don't think he got someone else's legs grafted onto him.
You never know. Frankenstein.
It's like a D8, so I guess I'll roll a D8. Are we going to be impressed or disappointed?
Did you roll higher than 2?
Yes.
He dies.
Amazing.
I love how you
And
just
I will
deleted
continue
it.
to stand here and not move, even though I could have moved this whole time. But hey, you know what? If things are going to be within like 30 to 60 feet of me, why should I move?
All right.
Scroll wheel zoomies. All right.
Okay. The last one. You can see he panics a little bit. He's not quite doing what Shade's got him doing. But he does panic a little bit. He throws down his battle axe and he kind of rips out claws from underneath his gauntlets and he lunges at Rookley.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
He's making 2 claw attacks against you.
Oh no.
Great.
Anyway.
The first one's a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. Second one. Ooh. Even less than that. So, miss. You right.
I pull
Rookley.
out my 2 guitars, my daggers. It's like, okay, you want to go? Let's go.
Okay.
And then I 2 weapon fighting, attack and attack.
Okay.
For first one's 16,
That will barely hit.
and the second one's 24.
Okay. Both hit then. Roll your damage.
6.
7.
6 and 7. So 13.
Yes.
Okay. He dies.
Great.
Uh,
Sneak around behind him and decapitate him.
Nice. All right.
Let me put him off the screen. I'm disappointed.
As the last of the ghouls fall,
Go over and loot this one.
you
And
kind
loot them
of.
all.
How does Monty react to coming out of this situation, Swirl?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
You walk up to Elijah and say, "What's up, Doc?"
Is just Bugs Bunny.
Hello.
And for once, actually talking to a doctor.
Lore accurate. Bugs Bunny.
All right. Well,
Anyways,
thank you all so much for your help. Was a terrible pickle back there.
Good use of the word pickle, not carrot. Anyway.
I'm deliberate. Fuck you.
I pick a ring off the body and I look at the rabbit and I'm just like, how many carrots do you think this is?
There was no ring on that body. It's just one that you happen to have.
disgusting.
And
You gain 5 HP from that. What does that put you at?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
5 extra HP puts me at 15.
All right.
Let me just go again.
just
threw my
dice
halfway
across the room. Oh.
How does what is it? 8. Okay.
That'd be 23.
Is that full or
Huh?
is that a little bit less than full or like are we still needing more?
That's a good. It's fine. I'm fine.
Okay.
Okay. Good living.
I'm fine.
I,
Yeah.
We can save a little bit of a spell.
Yeah, I'm fine. I got spells too.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Appreciate it.
Monty, as far as you're concerned, you do find it odd that this ragtag group of travelers just happened upon your.
I ain't no ragtag.
This just kind of happened upon your combat that you were in. Not necessarily a group of people you were expecting to run across. So, yeah, ask some questions, and you guys same thing. Like you've run across somebody who definitely doesn't belong in the swamps outside of Ghostford.
Yeah. Conversation time, I guess. What are you all doing out here?
Could ask you the same, long ears.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Ears are also long.
That's true, but
Says the furball to the
I'm
Herringon.
really gonna make this joke, okay?
Okay.
Give him a yank and see how you feel about it.
Anyways.
I'll just be like, oh, that was fun. What the hell is
yeah.
Ed doing out here?
Yes. Sorry. I've been under the service of someone nearby, and I am protecting their general area. They've wanted me to keep watch because we had spotted some of them earlier. Well, actually, things were a lot worse, and they had been attacked by more of this battalion earlier, a few nights back, but and we suspected that they were still in the woods somewhere, so I have been out patrolling.
Are you protecting the area of the observatory, or?
Yes!
Okay, well that's good. We came here to also give aid. specifically to ensure that the lady of the observatory is doing well.
Lady Eldria?
Yes.
Okay. Can probably take you all back there.
Probably.
Sounds good. Are we
Probably.
expecting more?
I don't think so. But I mean, they're from somewhere, so eventually, probably.
All right.
I wonder where things like that could possibly have come from.
Yeah, I do
mean,
wonder that.
I don't know anything.
I don't know shit.
Okay. So in that capacity, then, Monty, you've indicated that you feel like taking these
Yeah.
individuals you've met to the observatory.
I would say they count as trustworthy enough to enter the observatory,
Okay.
considering the circumstances just now.
Alrighty. Is there anything else you guys want to do on this battlefield before you leave? Shade, what are you?
Did
Shade, what?
they get to loot all of their bodies? Because I know they tend to say stuff about
I-
that.
Yeah, I was, look at all the bronze and the copper and gold coins they found. Oh, there's some silver too. Oh my god, look at that. Amazing.
Right, look, Rookley, you can do your looting now.
Oh, wait, and is that a cannon they happen to just be carrying around? That's crazy. Okay, roll me 3d10s. Shade.
Yeah, I'm on it. 10, 3 of them
Good
roll.
thing they didn't use that cannon on us.
Tell me what
22.
don't add them together. Tell me what each one
8,
is.
7, 7.
Okay, you got 8 copper pieces, 7 silver pieces, 7 gold pieces from the bodies.
What about the cannon?
There's no cannon. I'm sorry, buddy.
I distinctly see a cannon.
You lied to me, Ghost Wizard.
Okay.
Yeah, the divination wizard said they'd have a cannon.
And there is one battle axe that would be in salvageable condition. Everything else kind of has war picks through it.
Sorry.
Ginormous concave openings.
Sorry.
You said 8 gold, 7 gold, and then 8 gold?
No, I said 8 copper, 7 silver, 8 gold.
Wait, are they wearing full plate?
They were wearing half plates, or whatever breastplate is considered. That's what it's indicated in the book.
Breastplate is breastplate.
Yeah.
What a shame.
And unfortunately, well, actually, technically, one of them died to basically nothing but mind damage. So there would be one, breastplate with the royal crest on it that could be salvageable.
I don't need it, but we'll take it, I guess.
Okay.
Wait,
Wow.
why would if they got hit in their face? Why the breastplate take damage?
Well, the swirl's been smacking them for a while. Monty's been getting some licks in with the war pick, so a lot of the other damage, or a lot of the other armor would be
I'm
damaged.
sensing plot holes in the force.
I feel like you guys trying to loot every single body, every combat.
That's just what you
Maybe
do.
a little.
My
May
entire premise of being here.
You're telling me that you don't do that in Baldur's Gate 3? I
in
guess you don't.
no. My last DM would just be like, here are the things that you find. If there are anything, okay, don't ask. Moving on.
Yeah.
And then that's how we do it.
In terms of
I mean,
in terms of regular combat, like after you beat the shit out of somebody and kill them, most of the time their armor is going to be dented or have some scrape. You're not going to pick a pristine set of armor off of people. The one set of armor that in this combat took only one hit from a spiritual weapon, and then the rest was all mental damage from Zeal was the
I
commander's.
mean, you don't need pristine. You just need salvageable.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Is like in this combat, I think every single other guy took hits from either Swirl or Shade's rocks or whoever, and I think
Either way, I'm not wearing it. They can melt it down at the observatory or something.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, I could say that you can grab some basically scraps of armor. So let's say you've got like 6 like armor chunks.
Awesome. I can make scrap plate.
There you go.
Scrap plate.
So like one like from the commander that would be usable as is because it didn't take a lot of hits, and then 6 chunks of scrap armor.
I love the dead knights that you can just like.
Yeah.
They just have a die button. I love it.
Okay, so we're off to the observatory.
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
Off we go.
Off we go indeed. Okay.
To see the wizard, the wonderful
Oh
wizard.
shit! I need a Monty. Where's a Monty? I need to load in a Monty.
You do need a Monty.
Hold on. I got this.
I don't have a spare on me. I really should think you should have thought about that.
No, that's fine. There's a Monty. All right. So you guys reconvene with Zygar and I'm gonna rename him Riz. Zygar and Riz, who bring the horses up, and as you guys are entering into kind of what looks to be like kind of a lake in a ways, like maybe a very swampy lake in the middle of the swamp. You come through the tree clearing and you're able to see in the middle of the lake there is a kind of like, it looks like a castle. You can see, you definitely get the sense that there is some magic at play here, as this castle is, perfectly kind of located in the middle of this pool of water.
Are we supposed to have fog of war?
Yeah, there is supposed to be fog of war here. Can you guys see shit? Can you guys see shit?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
You can see the observatory. Like that's what I'm saying. Is you're seeing it across the water. That's why.
I see the observatory in this circle,
Yep.
and then this path here,
Yep,
and then nothing else.
That's essentially everything you're supposed to see. Like the rest of it's all just pool. Like I guess technically you can clear that, but I'm just gonna. Here, I'll clear this. So technically this is what you're seeing.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, now I'm getting a picture of things. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, my apologies. Okay. So as you guys enter enter the clearing and head towards the bridge, Monty, you get to the bridge and you do see a familiar face to you standing across the bridge in front of the small gatehouse on the other side. You know it as the what you've known to or come to know as a, well, your best guess is it's a mechanical man that is the guardian of Lady Eldria, her personal bodyguard, Garwin.
All right.
And as you,
Go ahead. I'm gonna do some fishing.
you guys, you're just gonna start fishing into the swampy, murky depths.
Yeah, catfish.
Okay. So as you start to cross the bridge, Monty, Garwin calls out to you, and as you approach, he says, "Halt, Master Monty. He says, Who are those that you bring with you?"
They are friends. These fine folk have saved my tail out there in the woods. The platoon came back. Well, we found them, and we've handled the last of them. Sure, Lady Eldry, I'll be very happy to hear it.
Well, more capable fighters would be great to have here. He looks specifically at the one fishing, and he says, "You say they're capable?
Most of them.
So they possess they possess intellect. They are smart and strong."
Yes.
I just met them. I can promise nothing. Strength, I can promise you that.
So he kind of peers his head around to Rukli. You there, pointy-eared one.
He's a druid. Don't mind him. He is surveying the swamp.
He says, answer my riddle. If
How are you with riddles?
He says if you're truly a druid and that bow is not for show. He says, my feathers give the gift of flight, and yet I never nest. My landings turn men ghostly white and swiftly end their quests.
What?
Well,
It was a riddle. He wants you to answer.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Okay, my feathers give
in the background.
my feathers give the gift of flight, and yet I never nest. My landings turn men to ghostly white and swiftly end their quests.
It was feathers. My feathers give the gift of flight, and yet I never rest.
Yep.
Then was it also my feathers?
No, so here, I'll read it one more time. My feathers give the gift of flight, and yet I never nest. My landings turn men ghostly white and swiftly end their quest.
I'm assuming you're just talking about an arrow, because you brought up archery.
This is correct. And then, as if to prove his point, I need you... You're still fishing, right?
What was the answer?
I just pull out my bow and shoot an arrow past his head, and it sticks in the wall next to him.
Great. He snaps his fingers. I need you to roll a dex saving throw as a ballista is fired at you.
Fuck yeah.
you brought this on yourself.
I need a dex saving throw of
Yeah.
17.
You landed it, but a ballista bolt from the observatory is launched at you at great velocity and lands in the water beside you. And he says, mine are bigger. Now, if you please, my lady awaits. And he steps back into the observatory, or into the gatehouse, and he lets you through.
I pick up my
real quick,
my
real quick,
fishing
I'm gonna-
rod and reel in the line.
real quick, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Be right
Yeah, everybody take a $5. I need to grab a drink anyway.
Nah.
Jesus!
I can never get riddles. So, like, the answer was just arrows, right?
Yeah, it was an arrow.
Well, he started off as like, you with the bow. You might know this. I'm like, well, fuck.
He asked if the bow was just for show. Clearly, it wasn't.
Did you have that preempt? Like, did you write that before? Or
I
did you
have
just
I
know
have
that?
I have my book of traps, puzzles, and riddles for 5-year-olds. No, it's it's a book of riddles for D&D. That was what I was like. I could throw that one at Rukli.
Great.
He might
Yeah, no,
get
I'm
it.
bad at riddles.
There's a bunch in here. I'll probably use a few in different spots. There's different ciphers. There's different riddles. This is actually a really good book. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to quickly grab a drink of water. Swirl's in the bathroom, and we kind of need her to go forward. So take a quick $5. I'm going to throw an ad break on for 3 minutes for chat, and I will be right back.
Alright.
Nah.
Okay, guys, I'm back.
A dinosaur story.
What?
What?
A dinosaur story?
Yeah.
What is a dinosaur story?
It's a movie.
Okay.
The full title is We're Back, A Dinosaur Story. I know you said you're back, but you know what? Close enough. It's literally one word off.
Fair.
Me hi, me hi.
We'll wait for swirl. Okay. Close my book of puzzles.
Or don't. Just never have book of puzzles in the first place.
Feels like no puzzles, please. God.
I don't actually care whether or not you do puzzles, but what I will say is, not much for me to contribute there. Not that I can't do puzzles. Actually, I do them fairly easily, I think. But, no,
Uh-oh.
what?
Where did... Oh, Rick is there. Okay. Or Riz. I was trying to figure out where he went. Alright. Sorry, go ahead, Zeal. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's fine. I was basically just gonna say, like, ooh, you know, something. I'm too good for for riddles.
I'm too good for your stinking puzzles.
What does it say? Like, if the guy had asked Wallace instead, Wallace would have just been like, no, I'm not wasting my time with that. He could probably figure it out. He just doesn't care to.
What is Shade drawing? A
Back.
crocodile? Alright. Monty's back. Perfect. Okay, so Monty, as you get through Garwin there, you know, that's kind of your typical Garwin action. Like, he always seems to have, like, a riddle or to test your metal.
Sure. Sure.
As,
Keep the mind sharp.
Yeah. Wallace, I don't... would you take a particular interest in a metal man?
It could be interesting, but that really depends on a lot of things.
He's very clearly, like, not a human. He is, like, a construct.
Right. That's what I assumed.
Okay. So
When you said metal man.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if Wallace would take particular interest in that or no, but that's all good.
It really depends.
Okay. Well, we'll carry on. As you guys do approach the observatory, you do notice that there are guards posted out front. However, as you get closer, it would appear to you that what you mistook for guards are actually just sets of animated armor. There's no people in them. They're just magical armor.
Well, 9.
Back in my day,
The arm is
animated
yours. You can get it off of them.
back in my day, animated armor
an
was
invitation.
not a construct. It was an undead.
Okay.
I think I'm pretty sure they're constructs now. I have to now second guess myself.
They are.
No, they're constructs.
As you get closer to them, they do step aside, and you hear a woman's voice say, "Ah, Master Monty, thank you for returning. I see you've brought some new friends. Are they here to discuss something with me?" And Monty, you recognize this as Eldria's voice. This is quite common. She speaks through all of her constructs while you're here.
Yes, these fine folk saved me out in the forest, and we have good news. We have good news,
Oh,
and yeah, we found the location of the battalion.
excellent, excellent. Well, please come up to my meeting chambers. You know the way. Bring your friends. We'll discuss here. And the animated armor steps aside, and they let you guys in. So now we're gonna jump over here because there are multiple levels to this place.
How suspicious.
Are you
And then,
talking about the battalion that we fought?
Yeah, so there was you'll find out.
Okay.
Will we?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
so as you guys kind of step in, you're Monty. You can kind of lead the way here, but Monty, you know your room is right next to the doorway here. So this is your current dwelling place, Monty.
Lovely.
I don't think there'd be anything that you need there, but you know that the stairwell up to the second level is in the tower right across from your room. So this one over here.
Okay.
The door ahead of you would lead to the servants' quarters, where the servants have some dwellings and there's a kitchen and stuff in there as well.
Sure.
So with that, you guys would head up the staircase to the second level, which takes us over here to the second floor.
Too many layers to the map.
There are too many layers. And you guys walk out of the tower into what looks to be... Oh, I knocked people over. Into a meeting hall. There are a few servants standing along the outskirts of the... Now, these servants are not constructs. They are humanoid. And you step into the room, and you can see that there are two Jesus Christ. Who did we eat?
Fucked up the fog of war a little bit.
That's fine. God damn it. Okay. So, you step into the room, and you can see a woman sitting behind the head table. She kind of jumps up and she waves energetically. Oh, hello, Marty. You bring such interesting companions.
Yeah, I could do like a kind of half kneel.
Oh, yes.
These fine folk are here to see you, and we had a run-in with the soldiers that attacked us a few nights ago.
Oh, please! I would be interested in hearing more. She gestures to the tables in the room here. She says, "Please have a seat. I'll have the servants bring up something for you."
That'd be wonderful. A little sit down.
And Monty, you're invited to join her at the head table.
Lovely.
Before, like, seating, I mean...
I'll sit with her. Chill.
Before seating, Elijah will basically, like, do a bow, and then say that we're here to check on your safety at the behest of Her Highness Allen?
Kaylin?
Kaylin.
Oh yes, Kaylin. How is she? I heard she's no longer at the capital. Rumors travel quite fast.
She's doing well, and she is safe at the moment.
Oh, very good, very good. So you're gonna sit kind of at the back of the room there, or like where you moved your character, I'm guessing.
Where is everyone else sitting?
I'm gonna ask Wallace and Zygar and Riz will just sit at this table off to the side for now. just since they're well, Zygar may participate in discussion, but
I guess I'll move over here, but like.
okay. Rukli, where do you want to sit? So she also does acknowledge Elijah, like she as you do bow, she kind of just like kind of like gestures with her hands and acknowledges your polite manners.
If I missed that dexterity check, would my character would be dead with a ballista bolt through its chest?
There definitely would have been pain.
Damn.
Wait, a ballista in your chest?
Oh, did you miss that?
Yeah, he got shot at because he
I
decided
thought you dodged.
he did dodge.
I dodged, but if I missed the dodge, I would have had a ballista bolt through my chest.
Oh yeah, no, you'd probably.
If you don't want to risk the ballista bolt, don't threaten the guy with the
I
ballista.
wanted to see if we were capable.
It wasn't really a threat. Like
I
you
know.
obviously missed on
I know.
purpose.
Yeah.
Aim for
I
the
know.
wall.
Okay. So
I'm 100% with you on this. It's just objectively funny.
all right.
He might have sticky fingers, but he's not a murderer.
Oof. Okay. So as you guys take your seat, she kind of claps her hands and the servants rush out and she says, so please, and she looks to you, Monty, she says, please tell me about your new friends here. She says, are they just as capable as you have been? And she says, how are you enjoying the new war pick? Is it performing adequately?
Oh, it's been quite helpful.
Oh, very good.
Quite
very
helpful.
I speak up. Could have been orange. Moving on.
Pardon?
Riz really likes this because his whole aesthetic is orange, but so she says, please tell me about this combat or the ones that you fought. She says, was he among them? The one that you clashed with before?
Yes, I do believe he fell in the scuffle. He gave me
The answer to that question is
a good
no.
smack with the great sword.
The answer to that question is no. The other one that you scuffled with was not the commander of these forces.
Okay.
Hidden backstory.
That commander.
That one, yes.
That commander, no.
Okay. She says, oh, so
There was definitely a leader of that group, but not the one that led the attack a few nights back.
Oh, so the threat still looms then.
Yes.
Oh, a pity that you couldn't find him, but perhaps your found friends might be able to assist us further with this endeavor. She says, tell me about the scuffle in the swamp. Where did Rukli go? Jesus Christ.
Can none of you sit still?
No.
I've not touched anything.
I wanted to investigate the arbalists.
Okay, well, you're busy talking right now.
Maybe I could keep one of those with me. Wheel it around, you know? If cannons aren't allowed, arbalists surely are allowed.
In any case, she's asking you three. She says, why? She says, you've expressed that you know Kaylin, but please explain, A, why you're here, and B, how you happened upon the combat in the swamp.
Princess Kaylin was worried, considering that a week ago, I believe, there was already en route a what would the word be? Like an investigator or something like that from the capital.
Yeah,
to, like,
basically I guess like an adjudicator or an inquisitor or something to that effect.
Yeah, so like
an envoy.
Oh yeah, no, I think the word was literally an envoy from the capital.
Yeah.
That was going to arrive here, and it was already some time since they've left the capital, so we rushed here. Since she was worried about how how safe you would be, considering the happenings in the capital at the moment.
Oh, Kaylin was worried about little old me. She says, "Oh, that's very kind of her, but as you can see, I'm quite well defended." And she kind of gestures towards the suits of armor, and she says, "And my dear Monty," and she kind of runs her fingers up Monty's relatively muscular rabbit arm, "showed up just a few days ago in the nick of time when I believe that envoy, as you called it, showed up to murder me."
Why is this lady molesting the rabbit?
What a
I'm not
sentence.
saying that out loud. I'm just thinking out loud.
You were.
She's the way she is.
You were forewarned that she's a little bit eccentric.
She's touchy. You don't mention that on the way over, all right?
But she says. She says, so the envoy they sent, and the group that they sent with the envoy don't appear to be human or alive.
Oh, what made you think that?
And just at this moment, the servants are kind of coming back with the food, and you can, and Elijah, you can also kind of get you're the first one to hone in on this. The second one of these servants get close, you get that same smell off these servants that you had off the soldiers in combat there. However, so you're able to identify that these servants are also undead. However, they appear to be docile. And they're all wearing...
Controlled is probably more accurate.
They're all wearing a mask of some kind. And she kind of just points her fingers at them. She says, "Well, they are quite strong." She says, "If you subdue them, they make good house pets."
I am aware.
Okay.
The smell
don't-
takes a little getting used to, though.
"Oh, yes," she says, "well, a spell here or there will clear that right up." She says, "I hardly smell them at all."
Why are you just setting this lady up as a red flag?
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm down for it.
I mean, the talk about the ghouls, like, yeah, no, that's not gonna, like, really, like, affect the appetite. The fact that it's, like, the ghouls, like, bringing the, like, food to the table, just, like, religiously not kosher.
Yep. No, you're being a follower of the Silver Flame. You would probably find this to be very distasteful, at least to your own religion and your personal belief systems as Elijah.
It would be better, though, to put them to rest, rather. They are.
She says, "That's such trouble. There was such a pain to get good servants these days, especially out here."
I look over to see Elijah's eye twitching.
Yes.
Exactly that reaction. She says, "So Kaylin sent you then, and tell me, what is it that Kaylin wants? So what is she doing? I know she's left the capital, and there seems to be a huffle and puffle about that. But why? What is she doing now?"
On that end, Zyth, I'm gonna need, like, a little bit of a refresher. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was essentially along the lines of just, like, essentially getting, like, her aid or, like, allegiance to, like, you know, the, what would we call it? Like, a rebellion or just, like...
So essentially, yeah, you're on the right track. So basically, yeah, Kaylin is starting a rebellion. She is seeking to usurp the throne from her father, who she feels has fallen to evil. Given your experiences so far in this adventure, and you're running into undead in royal armor, and on your both now and on your way out of the capital during your first mission. You guys are kind of leaning that direction too. That there's some not good shit going on in the capital.
Could be better.
Okay, I will say that basically going along the lines of her father has noticeably surrounded themselves with individuals of infernal or undead nature and evil gods, such as what was the name? Let's find this. Page. Tabletop. Pantheon.
Strong's getting there. He's cooking. Let him cook.
Was the god of undead Kamash.
Shamash. Okay. So you kind of express that you feel that maybe the capital has fallen to some devilry and nefarious forces. She goes, She goes, well, I did figure he was a little bit off his rocker when he asked my grandfather for that tome all those years ago. She says, King Koshe has always been a bit of a nut, if you ask me. So I don't spend much time in the capital.
Pot kettle.
Considering
do you say that under your breath or out loud?
Fuck it, I say it under my breath.
What do you say?
Stealth check, please.
Good luck with that.
I didn't catch it, but
Hold on.
hold on, let me get an object out. I'll make a roll to listen.
Because I rolled low, I need to use Mark of Shadows dexterity check.
Die go. Why is the die just disappearing into the swamp? Did you make this out of real water or something? Like...
No, it shouldn't be. Could you not see this?
17.
Now I can see it.
17?
Yep.
Is that you? So when did you have to use to get there? Because you rolled pretty low the first time. Would you?
I can't see what that is.
It just gives me an advantage, so I rolled a gram. My first one was 7.
First one was 7 here. I wonder if there's still like. Can you see the dice now?
No.
Weird. Okay.
I can see this one. The other one fell somewhere over here, but I can't see it.
Can you just pick it up and drop it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
11 or 12.
Okay. Sorry, Shay. Can you explain that one more time?
It would have just been a 17.
Okay, 17. Okay. So you're able to get it successfully under your breath. At least, well, actually, let's see. What's her perception check? Yep. No, she's not even paying attention to you. She's stopped listening to you like anything you say like 6 sentences ago. She's kind of fully engrossed in her own conversation. So she says, "Oh yes." She says, "Well, there's an odd and sorry, Strong. What were you rolling for?"
Oh no, I was seeing like what he actually said.
Oh, and what did you roll to hear?
Also 17.
Okay, so you would have heard it, being right next to him.
I said pot kettle.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
She said.
Yeah. No, I get you.
You know, he's a little bit of an odd guy, and I'm like pot kettle.
Yeah. So.
Something else that she was basically saying, just like a quick response of, yes, that makes sense considering the recent attempts on your life. It is good that you stayed out of the capital.
Oh, yes. She says, I never quite trusted the man after he murdered my father.
I would do it.
You know, it was a little hard to prove, so we just set up shop here, and, they seem to leave us alone. And I haven't, As you've seen, my guard at the bridge is quite efficient. Unless you are all here to assassinate me, in which case I need to replace my guard at the front. You're not here
at all.
you're not here to kill me, right?
Nope.
Okay. Just checking.
That doesn't seem very worthwhile to even think to attempt.
Is that what Wall says? Or is that what Zealdog says?
That's what.
That's what Wall says.
Good. Okay.
Regardless, we met with Monty when we heard sounds of combat on the way here, and saw that he had already taken out around like 5, 7, and then helped him take out the rest.
A number of them.
And with that, she kind of grabs Monty's arm and she goes, "Oh, I knew he would be so capable." And she says, "He's got such big muscles under this armor." And she's kind of giving you like one of those uncomfortable side hugs, Monty, where you're like, you're just kind of, like, "Yeah, great, please get off."
Yeah, I know they can absolutely see that in like the face I'm making.
Yeah.
Touchy-feely, scantily clad elf woman.
Yeah.
I just hit the table. Why couldn't it be me?
And she says yes. She says, given the king's interest in devilry and the demonic, and his willingness to, let's say, study the arts of the deal with those from down under, I'm not surprised, given what my family has gleaned over the years. I just hope that Lady Kaylin is okay.
Fortunately, I'm too new to the general area to have much idea of what's going on.
From what I remember, I don't think she was even injured in like the whole process of getting her into the into safety.
No, I think you guys managed to handle most of the conflicts and combats by yourself, and even when you're beset upon by the pirates, I don't think not even a cannonball kind of landed near.
Can't say the same with Kid Brother.
Sorry, you're talking about the Kid Brother? You brought that up in conversation right now?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll just can't say the same about the Kid Brother.
And she immediately kind of looks at you and she says, and previously she was ignoring everything you said. She said, "Brother? What do you mean, brother?"
Oh, he kind of went crazy and attacked us.
Kaylin has a brother?
Yeah.
When did that happen? How old is the boy?
Maybe 9.
I wonder if we are even supposed to say at this moment, but like as far as I'm aware, it seemed kind of secretive, but not. We weren't mentioned to never say anything about the brother existing.
And when you say the brother's 9 or 10, she goes, "Oh no!" And she gets up and she starts pacing. No. Where was it? Was it? And you can kind of see her eyes glow. And Zeal, you would give me a quick Arcana check.
Do.
Hooray!
Re-grab my
We
dice.
get to learn more of the plot.
Do we get to know more of the plot?
Could have been making a cabin in the woods this entire time.
Okay, well, I can't see dice, I guess.
Just put it on the table.
I did put it on the table.
No, on the wood table part. I don't know why you guys can't see the dice in the middle of the table.
I think you just have too many little hiding spots.
Yeah, there's probably just little blank spots of the Fog of War. All right.
I mean, that's only where is that number?
For
What you
Arcana?
say in Arcana?
Yeah.
That's only like 17.
Okay, that's enough. You would recognize what she's doing is she's looking through one of her construct's eyes right now. Like her vision's not here. Like she's off somewhere else. She's like, is it this one? No, is it this one? Maybe here, maybe here.
Like move, while she's not looking, I'm just gonna move the fucking plate, like silently, like over to
Towards me.
Wallace.
Move it towards me.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, good.
So you're just pushing the food, like the full plate of food, across the table to Rukli. Are you doing this stealthily? Or trying to be stealthy about it?
Sliding it towards.
I mean,
I look at him and then smirk and then pick up a piece of the food and just eat it and look right at him.
I would probably start doing it, but like Rukli would probably like pick it up.
Yeah, Rukli's probably just gonna grab it and start eating anyway, so it's fine. A
sigh of relief.
So, she says, no, maybe... Oh, did I leave it? Oh, maybe there was this one. And she
goes...
goes...
to steal all the silverware.
And then at that point, you guys do see another kind of animated armor kind of come clanking into the room carrying like a large stack of books. And it just, oh yes, drop it. And she drops it like as kind of splatters these books on the table.
I must disappear for a little while.
Okay, no problem.
What?
So this armor kind of comes in, drops a bunch of books on the table, and she starts flipping through them. And she goes, huh. She says, that shouldn't be possible.
Well,
why?
Don't know what to tell you, lady.
She says, well, if my calculations are correct, you said the child was about 10.
Looks about.
Give or take a couple years. Though he didn't really say much, he wouldn't answer many questions. Didn't get much out of him other than a grunt or a shrug or an eye stare.
She says, the king... She says, well, it's not really my place, but perhaps this is why my father was killed. We are rather loose-lipped mages. After Kaelin, the king was not able to reproduce.
Could have been adopted. We don't know for sure.
You claim that Kaelin treated this boy as a brother.
Oh yeah, very defensive of the lad.
At least very defensive, yeah. Said it was her brother.
I must see the boy. Can you bring him here?
I don't think that will be possible.
So.
Why?
Especially with
Why didn't you bring him?
Kaelin would not let us go, especially not with the guards of that she's assigned to the brother and Warden Darver.
Oh, so Darver's with her too. Good man, that Warden Darver. Quite handsome too. Is he still single, or is his wife still alive?
I don't know.
Oh,
I didn't ask.
a shame. A true shame.
Is she an elf? Actually, though.
I can't remember. I believe she's just human. I don't think she's
okay.
elven. So I think the model might
really
be
surprising.
The model might be elven. I believe she's human.
I mean, like out of character, I was just thinking, well, like
the model is for the vibe.
You could just wait a little bit, like if you're an elf.
No, if there's been several families, like generations of her family serving the kingdom, she's human. Like she lives the regular lifespan of a human.
All right.
Given her position. So in any case, she says, oh dear. I would need to examine the boy to confirm my suspicions, but I believe that boy should not exist.
I would imagine that he shouldn't, then.
Well, let's go get the lad.
No.
Elijah is just, no, we're not gonna bring the boy to the crazy wizard, Rukli.
Especially considering that it seems like it's something that we shouldn't really know.
Okay, in any case, so she says, my, she says, that is most troubling. Okay, so the boy can't be brought here, and I can't go there, that would be crazy. Hmm. Can you describe the boy?
Can wizards not scry?
What is my aesthetic skill? Like, I don't know. Like, what is
Well,
my...
I think two of you came face to face with the boy during a certain circumstance. I
Oh,
think it
okay,
was
no,
Elijah and Rukli.
I literally got, like, up into his face, like, just knelt down, like, close enough to actually see him, so I could probably give him, like, the best description here.
Which did he lunge at your shield, Elijah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tried to kind of chomp at you.
That question.
I don't know about chomp, but, like, definitely hit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So share what you want to, or what you feel like you want to share. Obviously, like I as the DM know what you've experienced, but what you reveal to this character is up to you.
Okay, well then at that point, I will just do the basic of just describing how he looks, and, like, I mean, any resemblance that, like, he has to, at least, Kaelin, because I haven't seen the king, I don't think.
No.
Unless I would have. I'm technically a noble. I just don't know if they really hold, like,
You'd
banquets or balls or
you'd
anything.
probably never like have personally met the king, or like you may have seen like a painting of him from time to time, but like what a physical likeness and looks like if it looks different from the actual thing is hard to say. But in terms of how, like, if the boy looks similar to Kaelin in terms of facial features and stuff, give me a quick. Is it history or is it insight?
Hope it's insight. I have a better insight.
I think it'd be insight because you're trying to like glean if like there's similarities between two things. So I'd say give me an insight check.
Okay, that is 23.
23. Sometimes like with siblings and like you do like it was explained to you that Kaelin is like has the inheritance of her father's blood. Like
She's like 100 years old.
She is an immortal, or like technically kind of immortal, or has a longer lived life. Despite that, with your character kind of looking between her and the boy, whereas like you might see like the same kind of nose structure, or like a similar height and forehead, or different facial features that might be similar between siblings. There weren't many. Like there were maybe like one or two, but not. Now that you're thinking about it more closely, there wasn't a lot.
Well, then I will bring that up. On like a note of basically describing him, which at that point it'd basically be like, now that I think about it, there's not much resemblance.
Okay, so you would bring that up?
Yes.
Okay.
Invisible chess pieces.
They're gone now. So she said yes, she says, interesting. I have a suspicion that what the fuck are those? God damn it, Shade. Shade has trouble focusing.
Shade, I will mail you a fidget cube.
In any case, so she goes, okay. She says, interesting. If there isn't that much of a familiar resemblance to Kaelin. She says maybe Kaelin is not aware, but I fear that perhaps that boy was created, not necessarily born in the traditional sense.
I see.
She says,
following.
but I can't be sure unless I were to physically inspect the boy. I'll look into a few things on my end, but I think I do not think that boy should exist. His existence actually may be a great danger. And with that, she kind of keeps flicking through her books, and now she's kind of fully engrossed in that and looking through some things, properly ignoring you guys.
Not
Monty,
sure, kind of unsettling.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like looking at the rest of the group, just like,
Monty's,
like
Monty's just like, I've been here for 3 days, guys. This is
It's like, this is a very weird and awkward situation. I don't know enough to help.
Oh, we didn't know either.
So she flicks through a couple of books. She says, well, in the interim, you're welcome to stay here for a couple of days. I don't know what it is that you're really after in coming here. As you can see, I'm perfectly fine, and my, castle is still standing, so to speak. So she says the only issue we have is that.
Out,
Go ahead, Elijah.
No. Basically, like from an outside perspective, like, obviously, like, turns out the like wizard lady that was like rumored to be like very powerful turns out to be like completely fine. What a surprise!
What a shock. She says the only difficulty or trouble we may have is with that fiery friend that you locked hands with there, Monty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, God. God. I mean...
And this is how Shade loses his privileges.
Okay, come on. I tried to flip the table 52 times when we started it. What are the odds I roll a nat 20 randomly on my first click?
I saw you get the
100%.
achievement.
Because
I saw you get the 2 weeks to flip the achievement.
Because once
Table
you're
achievement
promoted to a person who can load stuff in, you can also flip the table.
I didn't know that.
It's
Use
literally
tabletop sim more.
It's a gimmick, so like if you have no privileges, then
You can't
like you
flip
can
the
roll,
table.
but you'll never roll a 20.
Okay, I legit thought I only flipped it on a 20.
It does. You just need a like.
You just need to
admin
be a mod.
privileges
You just
always
need to be a
put a
mod to
20.
roll a 20 each time. Oh god.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's just...
moving on.
Fuck.
Let's just ignore that happened and continue with what we were doing.
Great. Anyway.
It's okay. I got the map clearing. Maybe this fixed the dice issue.
Okay.
Be a blessing in disguise.
You got that, buddy.
Please ignore Greg over here.
How could I?
Wait, who's Greg? What the fuck? Okay, we're gonna just put Greg off to the corner. Alright, so anyway.
Greg.
Fuck, man. No, I'm just, where the fuck was I saying?
143rd captain of the Feather Legion.
What the fuck was I saying before this got totally
Got a
derailed?
lore and everything. It's great.
Okay, so she's talking about your fiery friend that you clashed with, Monty.
Yes. I still have no idea what type of creature he was.
Alright, I'm just gonna go.
No, she says, perhaps, she motions to Elijah, Wallace, and Rookley. And she says, have you lot ever tangled with undead foes before?
Yeah.
She says, have you ever known any that could just poof into nothingness and then reappear mere moments later?
History check.
At disadvantage. Go ahead.
I wanna say it, but I don't think it's
3.
right.
Go ahead, Elijah. Your family line would have more experience with undead, so maybe take a stab in the dark.
I mean, like the only ones that I can think of just like poofing is just like shadows. Like
No, this
they're not exactly fiery.
She looks at Monty and she says, "No, he wasn't really shadowy. He was more misty and fiery, smoky."
Yeah. I don't
Either
know.
way,
I would not have the knowledge. I don't think.
I wish I did.
Nope, Swirl, you would have fought face to face with this
Yeah.
thing, and you've never seen its like before.
I
Alright.
rolled like an 8, but like that's not enough.
No. She says, in any case, she says, I want it dead. It tried to kill me. I'd like it dead. She says, you lot seem like the monster slaying type.
Can confirm.
I mean,
We could do that.
I would be a poor bodyguard if I didn't at least try.
Yes, well, Monty, please, share some of your experiences fighting with this cretin. Perhaps it can shed some light on what these fine gentlemen can expect if they were to come across him in combat.
Oh, okay, hold on. I get to pull out the fucking notes for this.
Yep.
Okay.
It's about wrong.
So, I could paint the picture of exactly what had happened.
Okay.
Because I don't actually know much more than, because I pretty much only know about as much as you guys do. But I can give some more information about the actual event.
Okay. Go nuts.
So a few nights back, I arrived in the kingdom from Silk End, right? Or at the port.
Yep. It's a port
Right.
city.
Okay, yeah. This was around the middle of the day. The observatory was under siege by about a squad of about 40-ish of those knights that we saw. But as you had seen in the as you know from the ones we saw in the forest, these were unusually intelligent undead, but of type I'm not sure how where their orders are coming from.
You guys would have been able to identify them as ghouls. But yes, intelligent
Yes.
ghouls. Carry on.
Okay. Okay. What was it? Or about half of the regiment did escape. That includes the fiery fellow that she's speaking about. I believe we cleaned up most of the remainder of the. Well, about half. Since about half of them escaped, there's still at least one or two big groups of them out there somewhere.
You fell about another 9 in the forest, so you figured that there's maybe like a dozen left.
Okay.
About that.
Okay.
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 Plus the one leading them.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't have much information on because I don't have much information about
I think what I said
anything
the
more
other
than you
day
guys
is
do.
that Monty would have clashed with the commander a little bit, but you being in a one-on-one fight with it would have felt
Yeah,
completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, he's above my pay grade. Not my pay grade. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Above my
And
capabilities.
I think the other descriptors I gave Monty were that as he tried to strike with his weapon, it felt like his weapon was passing through air. However, he could block the other creature's weapon attacks with his own weapon. So he knew the creature. Monty would know the creature was corporeal to a degree, but every time he tried to hit him back, he didn't seem to connect.
Yeah. Don't have that in my notes. Terribly sorry.
No, that's fine. That's why I'm here. I exist to step in and help out when needed.
Appreciate it.
But from that description, I would say none of you guys would kind of know what type of undead that would be. I don't think any of you would realistically have run across something similar. Besides, what Elijah said, being a shadow. Like, being the closest thing that he may have experienced to something like that.
I don't think shadows can wear armor and be stabbed.
Probably
No.
not. In that regard... So, Eldria kind of looks up and she says, perhaps I may be able to... She kind of twiddles her fingers and she's thinking, she's like, if I can't get the boy brought here, perhaps I can put eyes on the boy. She says, yes. She says, I could work on a charm or a trinket that could allow me to see through one of your eyes, and you could go back and you could examine the boy on my behalf.
I'll do it.
Oh, brilliant. And she kind of pulls out these funny looking glasses and she starts to kind of tinker with them a little bit. She says, this will take me some time. She says, in return for such an interesting item, perhaps you could rid me of this fiery fellow that Monty was unable to beat on his own. Perhaps the 4 of you, or 5 of you, 6 of you, 5, 6, 6 of you. That's how many there are. There's 6. 1, 2, 3.
So
Yes, 1
let
after
me get
5.
this straight. In exchange for you giving me a pair of glasses to go back to look at a boy, to do work for you, to assess him because you want us to assess him. In exchange, you would like us to go hunt something that is bothering exclusively you.
Yep, you
I
got
don't
it.
see how you're
Perfect. Excellent.
benefiting
I
from
knew
this
you were
at
smart,
all.
folks. Excellent. Yes, you're right on the money.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm gonna leave now.
Really jumps out the window on the second story.
We're on the second story.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'm gonna jump at the second. How much fall damage do I take? It's worth it rather than listening to this anymore.
Oh man, you take 6 points of damage.
6 points of fall damage. Amazing. You just hear ah-hoo.
Good
You
You
time.
hear him heavily winded outside, just worth it.
And you kind of, and actually technically you'd be falling out the window about here, so you kind of sploosh into the thick
Sploosh.
muck of the swamp, which isn't really the softest landing because it's very shallow.
I'm gonna get up and grumble. Fuck that shit. Gotta get the fuck out of here.
Damn.
Anyway, Zygar is gonna kind of step in here, and he says, Lady Eldria, we were kind of hoping that, he says, allow me to introduce myself. He says, my lord Fraldari sent me to parley with you and to see if we can bring you back and perhaps encourage you to lend your strength, as great as it is, gesturing to the suits of armor all around and the ghoul servants that she has. He says, as great as your power is, he says, perhaps it could be best used aiding the rebellion and aiding to put Lady Kaelin on the throne. And she goes, She says, what is that putrid Lord of the Isles want now. He's decided to meddle in mortal affairs, has he? Pain in my rear. She says, well, I do care greatly for Kaelin, but I cannot leave the safety of my observatory. Well, those brigands are out there. Deal with the brigands, and perhaps we can discuss my travel arrangements.
I see.
This-
Yeah, you would have seen like his like ears perk up when you said Fraldari, and then just like him getting progressively more like impatient about it, but not wanting to interrupt. So he's just like aggressively tapping his foot.
Okay, so Wallace and Elijah, being as that you are there currently, Rukli is not. Elijah and Wallace would both notice if those actions are very overt, as Swirl's describing them.
You would notice, yeah.
Then Elijah and Wallace, you would get that knowledge. Kestrel, you still here with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I did hear a mention of a Freldari earlier.
So basically, like, Rabbit knows about Fraldollar.
In any case,
I don't. I know the name.
Eldria says, please, rest here, eat, make merry. She says, I'm going to return to my study. She says, you're welcome to peruse the second floor, the servants' quarters down below. You'll find that there are 2 bed chambers in the in the 2 towers here on either side. So she indicates to this one and this one. Just you can make yourselves at home in those chambers. Have a night's rest. But she says in the morning, I'd appreciate it if you could look into my undead infestation problem in my swamp. And then with that, she says she's gonna retire, and she kind of snaps her fingers, and you see 2 of the like armors kind of step in. One of them kind of just picks her up and carries her up the stairs. And with that, she's gone. So now it's just you guys and in the dining hall.
Okay.
Ask your questions, Swirl. you're
Yeah.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah. Who's this Freldari I keep hearing so much about? Just anyone?
I'll let Elijah answer.
He is something of an apostle or exarch of
Good descriptive words.
Ardior.
Huh?
The
Is he affiliated with Sardior?
yes.
Okay. I think I should meet him.
Then you can come back with us to meet him.
I feel like that's probably where I should be. I mean, I could. Do I? How in depth do I go about it? How in depth do I go about it?
I think you described it it fairly well. Like you know the name, you want to know more.
Okay.
Like that's kind of your character. I don't want like I guess give away too much to the others without your permission. But basically, yeah, like you just know the name. You don't know anything about it. You just know the name, and
Okay.
I mean you know who Sardior is, as that is your
Yeah.
the deity you've sworn to work with.
The short of it is I have heard the name before, and I suspect it is someone that Sardior wants me to meet. So if tagging along means that our paths could align, then it is how things should be.
Alrighty then.
And with uh our lady's word to leave, I will head out with you all.
Okay. Zygar kind of looks towards your group and he says, "I'm going to remain here. I'm going to try and." And by the way, like when she snapped her fingers and got carried up to like, where she said she was going to bed or to go rest, it's like midday. Like it's like nowhere near nap time. Just
Lady's napping.
yeah,
She's
but
snoozing.
you know, Monty, you've been here for a few days. Taking a fucking.
She's like this.
She's like this. Like this is just like she can fuck off for a nap whenever she wants. She doesn't have a fucking care of the world. But Zygar says, "I'm going to remain here and attempt to, you know, when Lady Eldria returns down, I'll attempt to speak with her." And he says, "Perhaps I'll have a peruse through some of these books she's left and whatnot. But yes, if you all would care to look into this undead issue, he says, please don't put yourself in harm's way, but I do feel that this would be best to gain us more allies. If we can convince Lady Eldria to leave her observatory, perhaps that would be the best course of action, if we can bring her with us."
Do we have any lead on where to even go?
I would say your character actually, Swirl, would have an idea. Like you've been patrolling the area around the observatory for the last few days. There's only a couple more spots that you would be able to like kind of figure that they might have like a campsite.
Okay.
So you've narrowed it down to like basically one or two spots. You're fairly confident you know where they must be.
Okay.
You're still just not necessarily sure. You're hoping the new weapon that Lady Eldria gave you could perhaps land a dent on, or I guess she magically enhanced your existing weapon was how it worked. So you're hoping that this new weapon might be able to deal some damage to this guy.
Yeah, because last scuffle didn't go so hot.
No, last
in that
scuffle
department.
did not go so hot. You got scorched a few times. You felt like you weren't gaining any ground on the opponent.
Came out of there like a burnt marshmallow.
Exactly.
Want
Okay.
some armor or to deal some damage?
Oh, Zeal's back. Okay. So Zeal, you want the Cliff Notes version of what happened while you were gone?
Sure.
Okay. Basically, Eldria indicated that she didn't think that the young prince should exist. Strong shared.
That seemed pretty obvious.
It's a way to phrase it.
Yeah, she just, well, that's kind of the where she landed, is that she didn't figure that he should exist. She had an indication that perhaps he was created and not born in the traditional sense. Zygar and Elijah tried to parlay with her to convince her to come with them to join the rebellion. She refused to kind of leave her tower until the ghouls and the people that are trying to kill her are dealt with, as she doesn't want to leave the safety of her home and her abode. She's requested that your group find and kill the. Basically, in her mind, it's an assassin that's been sent to kill her from the capital, and the way that she describes it is, or the way that Monty described it was an undead enemy that was commanding the other undead. However, this one seemed to be made of mist and fire. And when Monty was fighting with it, his attacks, whenever he tried to swing at it, it felt like he was swinging through air. However, he could block its strikes, so he knew it was corporeal in a sense that, it could hit him, but he didn't seem to be able to hit it. So
Yeah, Lady Eldria kind of made that fight winnable.
yeah, it was only by working together with Eldria and her animated armors and stuff here that they were able to kind of push the ghouls back. But they know that they're still lurking somewhere in the forest, and they've asked your group to take care of that problem for them. And it was around that time that Rukli jumped out a window, took 6 points of fall damage, and started fishing.
As he does.
To no one's surprise.
Well.
And then there was a little bit here about Monty. Monty kind of perked up when Zygar and Elijah brought up Fraldari. Do you want to just quickly touch on that again, Swirl for Zeal, so he's got the same knowledge?
I know. I have heard the name because I suspect Sardior wants me to meet Fraldari, but I don't know who they are. So that's part of the part of what we're doing, I guess. Part of my goal is to figure that out. So I will, if the group is able to get me that information, I am here for all intents and purposes.
So
Sure.
Monty seems more interested in traveling with you guys to discover that. Okay, and with that, Eldria kind of excused herself. She went up to the third floor. She said you guys have free reign of... she offered you 2 rooms to stay in, being this one and this one, to split between your party members, etc. Monty, your room is still down here.
Yeah.
So you guys were able
Lakefront property
to kind of rest up, use this place as a temporary base of operations. There's food, etc. While you are seeking to assist Lady Eldria.
Yeah.
Zygar said he's going to stay here and attempt to speak with her more when she comes down from her nap, because she went up to, she had an animated armor carry her up the stairs, and she said that she was going to bed. It's currently like 12:30 in the middle of the day. This is.
I mean, she's a wizard and she owns a castle and she has a lot of money because she's a noble. I mean, if you want to sleep at noon, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, real talk. If I had a castle, I'd take naps at like 3 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah. So, at this point.
Yeah, no, especially when you have like animated armor and just
Servants.
a construct guard. Why not?
Yeah.
Ballistas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rukli, after you jumped out the window, what are you doing? Also, you're on mute, potentially, or not there.
Probably healing his broken fucking legs, shattered shins.
I don't think he's there.
Nope.
Okay. So,
He's alive, right?
He is alive. He only took
Why
a
is
d6 of damage. So at this point, Monty is officially joining the squad.
Wait, did he jump out the window or shatter the window?
He just walked out the window and fell, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'm glad he didn't shatter the window because that would have been honestly kind of rude. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yes. What was it? Fucking, the word is defenestration, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It would be auto defenestration, which would be like throwing yourself out a window.
Okay. So do you guys want to rest up or do you want to go adventuring right now? And I mean, there's also like you guys can talk amongst each other, learn about your new companion Monty, share stories of Wallace, Elijah, and Rookley, so that Monty may know a little bit more about you guys and what you've been up to. What do you guys want to do right now?
Yeah, I don't know. Do we wait for, I guess, Shade to get back so we can?
I just got back.
Hi, Shade.
I had to do garbage recycling, cat litter, and laundry.
Jeez, good talk. I was asking what you were doing after you jumped out the window.
Falling to my death, drowning in a pond, swamp.
Covered in muck.
I mean, if we want to go and like adventure, we could, but
Well, I assume
do we
should
even
kill the
know
money
where
in
we
their lives.
do we even know where to go?
Let's just
What about
bring
supply?
let's just bring everybody together, all the PCs.
Yeah, do we know where we're going? We know where
Nope.
that thing went?
Monty.
Just anyone point a direction.
Monty seems to have narrowed down his search to only maybe one or two more areas that he figures the creature could be in.
Oh, great.
So it's just a big fight we're prepping for.
And the question
Big
is,
old
do you
game of
want
hopscotch.
to rest up at the castle or do you want to go adventuring now?
Yeah,
Is
because
there loot in the castle?
Would
it's
you like
someone's
to,
house.
Would you like to
can't
walk
loot
back
it.
in and try to steal stuff? You were barred from the third floor, which seems to be her personal quarters.
I cannot, in good conscience.
Oh, we could just go. I've already broke
Well-
out of a window.
And actually, for
I mean,
flavor,
I think we
I'd
should at least take a short rest.
okay. Jesus.
So I can get Twilight back.
Oh yeah, I forgot that comes back on a short rest. That's busted. Such a good
Short or long.
Such a good class, man.
I mean, if we want a long rest and we can get back all the spells, but like honestly, I spent like 2. Wait, actually, is it even 2?
We can rest.
Me over here with my 3 spell slots total.
I was gonna say, didn't you burn 2? Did you burn 2 of them or 1 of them on that last first roll?
I think it was 1.
Okay.
I burned 2.
I think
I have
Yeah, I didn't get the
yeah,
smite
no.
off the first turn.
Yeah, no, I've only spent like a 2nd level and a 1st level spell slot.
Okay.
So I mean, we could fight, but
I spent a
I have
lot
one.
of. I spent a lot of spell slots actually.
technically, I would be at a 17 HP, considering.
Okay.
Which is, I believe, if we at least short rest, we do get some HP back.
You do, yeah. Short rest would get you some XP back or HP back, and and you would get whatever resets on short rest back. And it takes about an hour of in-game time.
What is the amount? Is it just like a flat amount, or is it
No, for your
Like, roll-
HP, you roll your hit dice.
a shame?
Yeah, so you roll your hit dice plus your Constitution modifier, and then in terms of getting your hit dice back, you get half of your hit dice back on a long rest. Half of the ones you've used, I believe, is how it works.
Oh, so we can use multiple dice.
Yes, you can.
Okay, that's like really odd.
Yeah, so like for example, at level 3, you guys should each have 3 hit dice. On a short rest, you can expend those hit dice to regenerate your hit points.
Can we like basically roll 1, and then if that's like not enough for us, can we roll 2, or
Yep.
do you have to determine?
No, you can do it that way. Roll 1. If it's not enough, roll a second one. Just however many you burn, you gain. Like when you do a long rest, you get half of them back. and half it's I think half on the greater half. So if you used all 3, you'd get 2 back at your next long rest.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I guess I could. We'll see where the 1 gets me for now.
Okay, and it's
Yeah,
always
no,
plus
the
your
one-
con.
The one got me to
Oh, it's plus your con.
Yeah, so whatever you roll plus your con.
yeah, the one got me to 23, so that's good enough. Like 1 off of 24 max for me.
Okay.
So.
All right. So 1d10 plus con modifier. Unless it's raw con, but that's psycho behavior.
No, it's con.
God damn it.
modifier.
It's in the water again. Thank you.
All right, let's see it.
It's invisible.
In the ever disappearing swamp.
2. That's great. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to do it again.
Burn a second one.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Oh wait, actually, I didn't add my con. Hold on.
So 2 plus what, 3?
The one thing I was supposed to do. Yeah. No, this is fine.
Okay, so you got 5 back. So what does that bring you to?
I am 7 HP below max.
Okay. All right. So you guys do your short rest. I'm gonna save this, and you're gonna go back exploring.
All right.
Okay. So I'm gonna load this back up. Actually, wait. Hold on a second. Need to do something real quick. Oh no, wait. Just there we go. Load this back up.
One sec. I'll be back.
Okay. Bring Monty down here this time. Delete these. Alrighty. Oh, it worked. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, goody. Okay. So, you guys travel with Monty back into the section of forest that, kind of close to where you met Monty. Close by to that location. I'm gonna get rid of Zygar because he's no longer here. Riz will be here, but this is only because I'm confident that this will probably run into the next session and Riz will want to be here for that. Okay, so you guys are able to travel to the area of the forest where you first met Monty, and Monty, your kind of familiarity with the area, you figure from where you are, you know that there is a river to the northeast, and there is a cliff on the other side of the river. You fear that the enemy has probably set up camp on the high ground across the river. That's the one place that you've kind of neglected to look because you didn't have a great way of approaching it by yourself.
Let's see.
So you currently, right now, you guys are facing north. So it's to the northwest. I said
Okay.
northeast the last time. I apologize. This is north.
Okay.
So yeah, the northwest. Fuck. The northwest is the only place that you haven't had a chance to check yet.
Okay. Do we have some particular way of going about it? Or do we just walk?
How would you track an enemy? through the woods. Who in your party
I guess
would take on the role of tracking?
That's fair.
Who could it be?
Assume it would be this guy.
Hey, Shade. Shade,
Huh?
you got any info? Do you have any
Oh,
ability here?
Yeah, I could do a thing. I could do a
Yeah,
couple things.
you
You
could do a
want me to
couple
some
things. I would.
Alrighty. I'm going to use ability. Druidic ability to use one of my wild shapes, but it doesn't use the wild shape, it creates a wild companion, and I'm going to summon a hawk. No, actually,
Okay.
it was an owl, I think, what I did last time.
A hawk.
No, it's an owl.
Oh, okay.
Where
Speaking
was
of, I'm just gonna point this out because I didn't know this last session. Apparently, Cactus has a owl phobia.
Yeah.
I did not know this. I attacked him with an owl, and he had a bit of a freak out last session. By the visual, hey, maybe to future-proof things, make it a hawk. Says through.
Well, owl
I
has
will-
flyby, though. A hawk does not.
I will give you all the perks of the owl. Just call it a hawk. Or a raven. I don't care what it is.
Call it a raven with the abilities of the owl, and I'll be happy.
There you go. You got it, buddy.
Cool. So
I-
we summon my raven named Owl.
I don't think it's an issue unless I think it's my understanding of it is that it's more of like a physical image kind of issue.
Yeah, I think it's more of a
Not a
a physical image, not necessarily a mental image or just the mention of the word. Cactus might actually think a raven named Owl is kind of funny.
It's like when people will name their cat
Okay,
Tractor or
okay.
something.
Okay.
Summon my owl.
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
Oh, right. Hold on. Do I have a bird for you? Here, I'll just be nice. Here, you've been promoted again. Do you have a saved?
Immediately.
Oh my
Did all
god.
those load?
Yeah,
Or
they're
only-
all loading.
I only see one. That's okay. I only need this one. Can you delete the rest?
I gotcha. Okay.
Is there any way to permanently make it in the air?
Yes. You want to see the really, really cool way to do this?
Put that shit on a cylinder?
Nailed it.
Okay, but you can at least make this fucking block smaller. Rotate the block.
Oh shit. How do we... No, wait, hold on. Here, hold on. I think there's a better block. I got a better block. I'm just gonna give you this one. It's a square.
Foreign concept.
And then put the raven on it, then make the square bigger if you need it to... Oh, there you go. Look at that. You're a genius, aren't you? Now, here, cool thing, if you toggle, I think it's link. There's a way to link two objects together. Oh, nope, you got rid of the square. Oh god. There's a way to link them together, I just can't remember how to do
Already
it.
done.
Oh, you did it? No, you didn't. Hold on.
Stop.
Oh, I found it.
Control G doesn't work?
Hold on. Stop moving it. Okay, now... There. Now they're together. Now for the love of Christ, hold on. I'm going to save this as an object so we never have to figure this out again. This is called a Rupley's Raven. Okay, there you go.
Awesome. All right, so I'm just gonna sit back here, and Owl is just gonna go fly through the woods and let me know what it sees. It's gonna come back and report the direction that we need to go.
Okay. So does this work like Find Familiar? Like you can see through its eyes, or does it just a bird
Yeah,
you're sending out?
It works like Find Familiar. It's exactly Find Familiar.
Okay, so you want to send it straight to the northwest, and you can see through its eyes up to 100 feet, right? Okay. And how high is it flying?
While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, you can see through your familiar's eyes, hear what it hears until the end of your turn, gain the benefits of any special sense that the familiar has. During this time, you are definitely led regarding your own senses. I gain any benefits that it has too, and it has keen hearing and sight, which has advantage on wisdom perception checks.
Okay. So you're just gonna fly it straight to the northwest?
I'm gonna send it in like a 90-foot radius around me, like just to do like a flyby in a circle.
Okay. So where is it? Where is it starting?
So it's gonna go out to the left-hand side.
Okay. So towards.
I go this way, and then it's gonna do this.
Okay. So you guys go out 90 feet and come around. Okay. So as it gets to around the 80-foot mark, it comes across the river that Monty mentioned. Give me a perception check.
From it?
Yeah.
Or from?
From it.
Okay. $24.
24. So before it leaves the... And how high is it flying?
I don't know, like 20 feet?
Okay, so like kind of just at the treetops?
Yeah, above the treetops.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay. So as it's kind of flying and just about to get to the river, it looks over the riverbank, and it can clearly see kind of a campsite. There are several of the armored ghouls kind of loaded up with crossbows looking across the river.
Several.
At least a dozen.
I can't count them with a 24.
At least a dozen. Now I'm just going to do a quick perception check from them. Okay. As your raven is
care about a random raven.
As your raven is flying across, like you're looking through its eyes, you see most of the ghouls they disregarded. However, there is one that appears to be communicating with another hooded figure in the campsite. It kind of as your raven's just breaking the kind of edge of the trees and is relaying all this back to you, that creature turns, looks directly at your raven, and you can kind of see a big smile or big grin across its face, and it throws a firebolt at your raven and issues an order for
opportunity attack.
You'll have an opportunity. Well, what's your AC for the raven?
Just the owl cannot be targeted with opportunity attack.
It's not an opportunity attack. Opportunity attack would be leaving its realm. It's just straight up being
All right,
attacked.
it's just shooting at me. Okay. AC of 11 is the owl. I'm not sure what the actual raven is.
Oof, I did not roll well. So the firebolt goes wide, but there are a few crossbow bolts coming at you. The first one's going to hit.
They're
Second
all
one's...
just shooting at a random bird in the woods.
They've been issued an order to. 2 out of the 3 hit. How much health does this thing have?
I don't know if that's specifically.
I think it just has the normal health for like an owl or something.
Which is like
Or a
3.
hawk. Probably.
It'd be dead in the
It has
first shot. Then.
1.
Cool, it's dead.
Okay, so it just disappears in a poof of smoke.
Yeah. I'll put it down here for now. So yeah, definitely that way.
Definitely what way?
The first direction you sent it. This way.
Okay. I'm just gonna
Your-
open my
Your
eyes,
raven
and then I'm
died.
gonna
Your
tell
raven
the
died
group.
about here.
Cool. So that's what?
About 80 feet away from you guys. Hi, Joey. What are you doing, buddy?
I'm just gonna turn to the group. Like, okay, so I think they know we're here. They just all of them started shooting at Owl like it was a freaking the target they've all been waiting for. They're 80 feet that way, about a dozen of them. But they're on the other side of a river, though. Not sure what
They
you
are on
guys
the other
want to
side
do.
of a, they are on the other side of a river and up a bit of a cliff face. There's about a 20-foot cliff to scale on the other side.
Do they see any into the owl or the hawk or whatever? See like any other way around the river? We could take the long way and then not have to cross a river into a cliff face.
I was like, yeah, I'm sure we could probably go north and then cut around back west.
Trying to find a safer spot to cross.
All right, let's try that.
Unfortunately, I don't know what's east of us as Owl got shot before I could make a full lap of the woods. There was one particularly nasty ghoul with a hood. He seemed to kind of see right through the raven as a familiar. We'd have to be wary of him.
So there is one particularly nasty ghoul talking to a hooded figure, was what you saw.
I assume the hooded person was a ghoul.
Oh no,
Okay.
the fiery
There was
the
a
guy
hooded figure.
the guy who launched the fireball or firebolt at your raven was not hooded. He just had kind of fire and smoke swirling around him.
So there's two particularly nasty people. Oh,
Alright.
the fiery thing is while we're here.
Yeah.
Let's go east, northeast, or whatever, and then we'll just.
Okay,
Go
I can
check
just
it
tell them the fiery thing's to the west.
Okay, so you guys are gonna head
Hooded
kind of.
figure that can see through illusions.
You guys are just gonna head northeast through the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Keep giving like a kind of wide berth to the river's edge.
Yep.
Okay. As you are kind of traveling through, you do notice that there are some cart tracks around here. It looks like a cart has maybe been pushed or taken through the muck this direction.
You know you can draw them.
I have talented artistes. I'm just gonna click. If you guys need a visual, go for it.
Alright.
So there's a cart trail that goes that way.
Just from like that point.
Thank you, Shade.
Basically, it looks like it's come through the woods, so it goes out like this way too.
I guess
But-
I go more that way.
But it's not necessarily something that you'd normally see coming through the woods. Like, it looks like perhaps it's been absconded with.
You don't need to. I mean, we know it's that way anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we know it's that way. We just gotta check this way.
Okay.
Just
So, as you continue, give me a quick survival check as you guys are kind of heading through here.
what am I on for survival? Oh.
11.
Okay, hold on. God damn it! There's no dice anywhere.
Did we heal since I jumped out that window?
You guys did a short rest, so if you wanted to expend hit dice, you could have.
God damn it! It's not. Hold on. Let me just do it on the side of the table, because you can't place Fog of War on the side of the table.
Hi, Joey. It's a good boy dog.
It's a check, not a save, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so that's an 11 plus 4, so minus
23.
15. 15.
Assuming that I can just make a roll without having proficiency in it.
Yeah, you can always make a roll for survival with it needing proficiency in it. That's fine.
Yep. Then 23.
All right. Yeah, so as you guys are kind of wandering through here, there is quite a few, like, kind of heavy booted footprints kind of back and forth through the woods. You get a feeling that perhaps where Monty was before, he wasn't too far away from the campsite of these guys. So it's looking like there's been a lot of activity here. Just trying to think. But yeah, basically, it looks like there's been a lot of activity. As you're moving further north, the woods get denser. So they become a bit harder to move through. It would take a fair bit more time to go through the woods this way. It's not an impossibility, but you would either have to start, cutting things out of the way, or just move at a much slower pace, which would be more time consuming.
We can start probably heading west here.
Okay.
Okay. So if you start to head west, you do come across, as you get towards the water's edge, there is another cart here. This one looks like it's been here for quite some time. Perhaps it's more... it looks like it's been kind of ransacked, looted. Perhaps something that bandits would have taken off the road at one point. But as you come up to the water's edge, you can see across. I'm just going to clear this out so you guys can see it. You can see across the water there is still a cliff on this side, and it looks like it plateaus at the top.
So the cart track was supposed to lead here.
No. There's no tracks here. This is a much older cart.
This cart's just here.
This cart's just been basically like it's degrading. Everything's falling apart. It's been here for several months or years.
The old cart track, did we determine if it was going east or west?
The one down here that you found? It was traveling... it looked like, based on how it was being pushed, that it was coming from the east, going west.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
about
there's no way to cross here, is what you're saying.
That's why I was just going through the water. Hey, Joey. He's a good boy, dog.
Doggo?
I think he needs to go out for a pee and poo. So I'm going to we'll kind of tie things up here for tonight, and that way going forward, Cactus can kind of be involved in the next bit too. But yes, at this point, yeah, you're looking at trying to get across this river. Shade, you would know at this point it's a little bit wider here than it was where your Raven got murked. But you guys can kind of clearly see like the other side of the like at least the first little bit up by the end. It doesn't look like there's posted guards on this side. It looks like it's maybe a little bit more wooded.
We can't go up any further.
You can't see up because you're looking up from the ground, right? So you're kind of looking up towards a 20-foot cliff. You don't really see a lot past it.
Like, we can't
go
further
more north without like taking more time.
We could absolutely go further north with taking more time. Zach will just have to make the map next week.
This feels like a weird
I'm
being
sitting here
signaled
thinking,
to
like,
kind of tidy up for
yeah.
for
I
tonight.
don't really want to fight across a river and up a hill. Thanks.
That's fair. I mean, we'll figure it out next time, but if you guys need to go further up and cross much safely, it will take more time. Just things will change in terms of how the combat looks based on the amount of time you travel. So, with that being said, I'm going to save this. Okay. I'm going to save this, and we are going to call it here for tonight, because I got to take a dog out. Let's go raid. I think Rouse is up and streaming.
Yeah, he's streaming Age of Mythology.
Rouse is streaming Age of Mythology?
Is that the monkey game?
Apparently.
A bit more sand before we reach snow. Alright, let's go raid Rouse. It's an RTS game, it looks cool.
Yeah, it's you've
Thanks,
ever heard of like Age of Empires?
Yeah, I've played Age of Empires before. Here we go. Alright, thanks for hanging out, guys.
Thanks for the game.
It's kind of in line with that, but with
Yeah.
mythology.